here as we're going live here on Patient Press NFL on YouTube. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone watching. As you can see, my voice still hasn't recovered from yesterday. But we're still here. Got the draft tracker. We're still waiting for the stream to start for the NFL draft. It should be starting right about now. 9 o'clock. There's all the phone notifications be going off. We're ready for day number two. So rounds two and three of the NFL draft. Very excited to bring this one to you guys again. Very excited. We'll have a few of the boys coming in and out today. It'll be great to see them. So yeah, just getting everyone in. Yep, just getting the NFL Network coverage going. So yeah, we're getting ready to go here. Shout out to everyone who's joined the stream at the moment. Okay, let's see what's going on here today. So Brown's going to pick up first. Just getting a few more people on the stream. So Brown's picking up first. See what happens here. So the Browns rumored to get Shador Sanders potentially. Let's see what we can see for the Browns. There's Jeremiah's top 200, Emeni Wari, the top guy there, Will Johnson, Shador Sanders. Those are the top three left on his big board. So gonna see what's going on here. We're just getting ready for this second round to begin. Browns will be on the clock very soon. We're just gonna get this link up for you guys on the IG as well. Yeah, so let's see what happens for today. It's going to be very interesting. So just listening to some NFL Network coverage. Yeah, wow. Houston having a lot of picks today. They're talking about having them have 5 picks today. So here we go. Roger Goodell introducing 2000 NFL class. Alright, let's get ready. Alright, let's see what's going on. So just introducing the 2000 NFL draft class. Just of course we know Tom Brady. So yeah, gonna have a few of the boys again today. Shout out to everyone joining the stream. Just gonna see what's going on. Let's go. So yep, Browns on the clock. Let's see what's going on now. Yeah, so just waiting. Browns on the clock, as you guys can see on the draft tracker as well. So it's going to be very fun. See what they're going to do at quarterback. See what they're going to do. Would it be Shador Sanders? Will it be anyone else? Let's see what's going on here. Day 2 of the draft just about to begin. Let's see what happens. Alright, so NFL Network guys just talking about potentially them getting a wide receiver instead of a quarterback here, so that'll be interesting. Definitely think that's in the realm of possibilities here for the Browns as well. So let's see what they're gonna do here. Just waiting on a few of the boys will be jumping in and out of the stream today. Shout out to the boys for their big thing here yesterday. So as our guy Ian says, Jesus Christ, the Browns have been on the clock for 24 hours. Just get on with it. I do agree. Yeah, just come on, man. Another 4 minutes. I don't know. The Browns will probably be like another 4 minutes won't stop anything. So yeah, can definitely see what the Browns will be saying. Yeah, so there's a few good receivers they're saying on the NFL Network coverage as well. So let's see what they're gonna do. So the pick is in. So yep, we've got the draft tracker ready for you guys. Guys can see round 2 all loaded here. So yep, the Texans are on the clock now. Then the Titans, the Browns again. The Browns can wait on a quarterback for free picks, I reckon, with the other two teams having had their top QBs taken in the last couple of years, or for the Titans last night, of course. Think the Browns can get away with getting a couple contributors waiting on QB until later today. I reckon that's the way they should go. Of course, Cleveland goes the way that teams don't usually go, which is why they're always in the bottom half. That's why they're always at the top of the draft. That's sort of part of the draft. So the picks in, gonna get the Commissioner Roger Goodell to announce it. the crowd is still crazy. Like, still a lot of people there in Green Bay. Just looking some wide shots. Yeah. Yep, it's again one of the Browns legends here to announce the pick. Who also went to Wisconsin as well. And Carson Schwessinger, linebacker. Schwessinger. That's how it's pronounced on on the live coverage. Yep, linebacker from UCLA. I think it's good to see some of the Browns defense just get some more shoring up. They got Mason Graham yesterday, got Carson today, so a couple guys in the front seven to really help out Miles Garrett and co. I think this is a pretty good one here for the Browns. I'm pretty happy with this one, I shall say, with this pick for the Browns. I think they're finding I think just someone in the middle really to help out some of the guys. I mean, they do have Jeremiah Owosu Koromoa as well in the linebacking core, so couple guys there that can really dominate the middle of the field. I'm liking that, of course. Mason Graham, Miles Garrett, good duo up front as well. Front seven's looking decent here. It's been a strength for Cleveland in the last few years, but I think it's definitely up there this year. So, yeah, big shout out by the way to everyone who's on the stream. It's been a good day so far, and we're gonna get another good one. So yeah, see what's gonna happen. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, so the Browns fans clapping looks good. Texans pick is in. Titans on the clock again. So the Texans first pick of the draft. Of course, they traded back in that Jackson Dart trade with the Giants. So see what the Texans go with. I reckon let's just look at some of their needs on the draft tracker as well. Yep, they need O line, wide receiver, D line, and cornerback. Of course, trading away Laramie Tunsil was a big move there for that offensive line. Talked about it a bit yesterday with the Commanders who acquired Laramie Tunsil from the Texans. It's definitely interesting. So we're going to see the pickers in here for Houston. Guys, yeah, definitely on that NFL Network stream, they're showing just all the fans, just incredible. Day two of the drafts, everyone's still there. Here comes the Texans pick. Here we go, and Jaden Higgins, a wide receiver for the Texans. Wow, from Iowa State. Shout out Iowa State for giving us Brock Purdy a couple of years ago. But yeah, Jaden Higgins just looking. Let's look at some tape. Go and watch this on here. They're comparing him to Texans receiver Nico Collins. So that's an interesting comparison. Considering Nico Collins is on the Texans, getting another Nico Collins would be interesting. I think definitely looking some of the tape here. I know it's against some small schools as well, but he's winning a lot of 50-50 balls as well. And yeah, they're showing him run go routes. I think this will be a decent one for the Texans. They've been pretty good at drafting mid-round receivers, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, in the last few years. So I think for the Texans, they can definitely develop Jaden Higgins. And a trade has happened. Seahawks have moved up. They're gonna go at 35. So just gonna get some trade details for you guys as well. Go on my Twitter, not getting spoilers. Let's see. So Seahawks trade 52 and 82 for the Titans, number 35th pick. interesting here. I don't think the Titans were really into any of the guys, it sounds like, and they're happy to take a couple extra picks. We've got Ian in the stream. How's it going, Ian?
Good man. I'll just jump on with you for a bit while I'm getting the kids ready. I just
Yeah,
saw the wide receiver pick there.
yes, I did, and I compared him to Nico Collins on stream as well, which was an interesting comparison there for the Texans. Titans have traded with the Seahawks. The draft tracker hasn't updated yet, but the rumor was that they have traded from Ian Rappaport. Seahawks trade 52 and 82 to the Titans for number 35. So the Seahawks will be picking here. Titans get an extra third, so looks like they weren't really into any of the guys here. Seahawks pick is in. Has not
It's
updated
got to be
the draft.
going to be QB. It's got to be a QB.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Will they get
Guys still left on the
Shador?
board. I reckon they'll be going QB.
Will they get Shador? That's the question. Be
Maybe.
very.
I don't know if it's going to be Shador. Who else is left there? Is Milrow still
Yep,
around?
Milroy's still there. Yep, it's
Yeah.
only Dart and Ward gone so far.
I think Milrow fits as more of the fit for Seahawks in terms of their coaching staff
Hmm.
and the way they like to play. I could see that more. Um, and that's probably not just my Shador Sanders hate coming through.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting night of reactions to Shador as well. Like,
Oh,
wow, he's yeah,
have,
him
have had
dropping out
Donald
the
Donald
first.
Trump Donald Trump posting stuff saying that he should have been picked in the first round. What about that?
That was crazy to read as well. I was like, wow, they just had yeah, just had so much there. So yeah, just yeah, they had so many people talking about it. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah,
so many people just talking about Shador, the one guy that didn't get taken in the first round.
I think
Yeah,
it'd be more
so
more amusing today if Shiloh goes before Shador.
hmm, that would be crazy. I don't think it will happen, but that would be crazy if someone just did that, just for trolling. If the whole NFL just colluded on that. So Seahawks pretty happy with this one. Yeah. So they use what? Yeah. So they still have another second, I think, the Seahawks. They use what
Do
the
they? Yeah, right.
Steelers gave. Yeah, they use what the Steelers gave in the
What this
DK
one?
Metcalf trade as well. That's what they're saying here. So yeah, so Seahawks still have another second. The Titans just got the Steelers second basically. So yeah, I think the Seahawks finding something here. Good move for them.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, so they talk about a many worry on the draft coverage as well for
And considering the pick
Seattle.
was already in, this is where the draft just takes so long.
Yeah, definitely.
Was that discussion yesterday afternoon as well with Roger Goodell, saying him even
Yeah,
admitting that he thinks the draft's taking too long? And it's stuff
yeah,
like this,
definitely.
like in the Browns taking, would they take like 4.5 minutes then to decide on a pick where that they knew overnight that they were going to have?
Yeah, they just use up the whole clock, and it's just like, come on, guys, you had all day. I swear, just get it done. Just get it done. Had all day to do it.
That's right. They knew it. I mean, as if they wouldn't
Yeah,
have been in their war room late last night discussing who they were going to pick, who the best options were. Why did you need 4.5 minutes at the first part of the day
exactly.
to get that pick in? Um, yeah,
Yeah. And then they announced when the schedule release was, so it's just an announcement for an announcement. Just yeah, just the NFL just doing
yeah. What was that? Yeah, so schedule releases coming out. What is it? May 14 now.
yeah, it's Wednesday, May 14 over there, so Thursday. Which
Yep.
actually lines pretty well if you boys actually in. That's pretty funny because you guys record on Thursdays as well. So it'd be
Yeah.
pretty immediate
Yeah.
reaction for this Saturday show.
You and I have always traditionally gone through and done a bit of a reaction to the schedule release the last few years.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a bit of a nerd for that schedule release
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
I
You and I love going through it and seeing who's playing who and who's going to have
yeah,
the advantages.
Richard Sherman announcing the pick here for Seattle. See any funny announcement here, Richard? Just looking around.
Just just straight up, just going for it. Come on, Chef.
It's Manjot, the safety
Many
for
glory.
Seattle.
Ooh,
Yeah,
safety. Coming up to get a safety. Where did they come from again, Major? What pick did they jump up from?
52, 52. But it was
52.
the Steelers pick, so was
You
they
still come
still
up
have
20
their.
odd picks for a safety. They must really like what he can put out.
Yeah, I mean they like their safeties. That's what they were saying, like on the draft coverage as well. And
Yep.
yeah, they're comparing him to Carl Duggar as well, the safety there. So the Seahawks still have pick 50 in this round as well. Just scrolling down for you guys just to show you on the stream. Yeah, so Seattle still has pick 50, and the Titans got pick 52. So Seattle, they're going to pick 50 and 52 coming into today, but decided to trade up. Got a guy they like in the safety in Nick and Benny, and really they're saying it's a really Seattle sort of pick. So I think this will work out for Seattle, showing their defense at the moment on screen here of the NFL Network coverage. Got Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams in the D line, Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon as well in the secondary. So Emmanuel joining in for the secondary. Browns on the clock. Raiders will be coming up next. So yeah, it's definitely shaping up there, Ian. I think with that pick, I'm not too surprised though because a couple of years ago now, the Lions traded up for Brian Branch in the second round. So it's definitely an interesting thing with safeties. There's definitely some trades in the second round where you're like, oh, they don't usually trade up for a position like a safety or a
Yeah.
linebacker, but if you like the guy, they're going to trade up for it. So that's
Yeah,
what we
but
see more of on day two.
I think we've seen over the years that safeties, DBs, linebackers are all pretty safe bets at this high end of the draft too. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you're not truly in love with a wide receiver or a QB or like maybe an edge, then that's sort of the next best position group to go for.
Yeah, it's the Browns picking again. And they
Like
picked
as we've
Quinshon
known.
Judkins.
Ooh,
Judkins, the running back from Ohio State. Wow. I
let's
would
go!
loved,
Look at
would have
Browns.
loved, yeah, would have loved to have Kev's reaction because he loves Judkins. I mean, I load up College Football 25 and Judkins, oh my goodness, that spin move on that game, just interesting. Yeah, interesting pick considering Nick
Browns are the
Chubb's on the
running back
roster.
now.
Yeah,
Oh, man, their
Nick,
roster is going to be real interesting. It's packed now, and they still haven't gone QB like everyone thought they would.
hmm, yeah. So Judkins, yeah, just going through, just showing the highlights here, just going through tackles, just running between the lines, good vision, they're saying. Yeah, he had a good college
Yeah,
football playoff as
yeah,
well. Like he was insane in the playoff, especially in the championship. He was um going off against Notre Dame in that championship game. So he was incredible, and they're talking about him as a closing runner as well. So top running backs in terms of athleticism, him, his college teammate Travion Henderson, and Donovan Edwards from Michigan. Aston Genty was 9 points behind in athleticism, they're saying as well. So just showing how athletic Judkins is. Yeah, that spin move though, I always be talking about it. That was broken for a while on that on that video game. So Judkins already got a place in my heart, Ian. Don't worry.
So what we got next? We've got Raiders on the clock again, don't we?
Yeah, we got the Raiders.
Now,
So
the
this
big
is where
talk has
I'm.
been that big talk's been that they may go that QB.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. I was just about to say. I'm thinking QB. I'm thinking about it.
I feel like they've got so many other holes in their roster, though. That's the problem. There's so
Hmm.
many other holes, and there's so many other good guys there in those position groups that are still available. And they've got Geno for 3 years. So do you desperately need to do that right now, or is it better to go for one of those other needs?
Yeah,
What are
definitely.
their other needs there, Manjot? What are we showing?
Yeah, we'll just show up on the draft tracker, get that up for you guys. So, running back, wide receiver, cornerback, O line, LB. So, also just some of the analysis. There are plenty of needs to address for the new regime in Las Vegas, even after filling their whole quarterback with Geno Smith. Giving the Raiders QB1 an RB1 and or a wide receiver one would be a fine place to start. Meanwhile, their secondary and linebacker were hit hard by free agency departures. So yeah, they have needs all over the board. Don't really need a running back, of course. They got someone trade here with the Dolphins coming in. The Dolphins have come in, so just gonna get the trade details for everyone out there. Yeah, so there's the Dolphins pick 37. Let's see what the Dolphins will do. Their picks in. So the Dolphins, yeah, let's see.
I love that when teams trade up and then instantly the pick is in. I really like
Yeah,
that teams don't, because the clock does restart in a way. But I love that teams would go, no, we're making a trade because we're going to go for a guy, and then they just pick is in. No, screwing around.
yeah. I like it. I like it, especially on day two and day three. I mean, I don't really watch day three because it's like at 3 a.m. our time on a Sunday. Need to sleep in tomorrow, I'll be honest. I'm not going to be streaming, don't worry, guys. Last day of streaming for me for a while. So, yeah, picks in for the Dolphins. Let's see what they're going to go with. Don't know if the draft tracker is just showing on the clock, but the picks in on the NFL Network TV coverage. So the trade Dolphins receive a second and a fifth, and the Raiders receive the second, third, and fourth round picks from the Dolphins. So Raiders really building something in the middle there, Ian, of the draft.
Yeah,
Yeah, they only moved
really
back
interesting.
11 spots as well. So yeah, the
Pick
picks
is
in.
currently in, and
It's getting some. Yeah, a lot of
oh,
Wisconsin Badger alums there for
why have they
every
not
team
updated on
today.
the track yet? They've already got Rappaport's already put out who it is.
See, it's Alec Ingold announcing the pick, and it's Jonah. Oh gosh, just another hard name to pronounce. I
Savanaya,
have to listen to coverage.
Savanaya, Savanaya,
Salvanaya.
Savanaya.
Yeah,
I can't. Oh, the
Savanaya, I
double I,
think it.
the double I
Yeah.
there is. I know that comes out as a different sound.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're saying he's big and powerful, inside outside versatility, and he's compared to Mike Upardi, former 49er. So yeah, very interesting. Just showing some of his blocking tape as well. Just him moving around. So yeah, I think guard is a good position there, Ian, for the Dolphins. They really needed some O line. I think it's a good pick for them.
Yeah, well,
Just
we all knew that. They definitely needed a. They needed line. They were
yeah,
woeful last year, and they need to protect. If they're serious about having Tua going forward, they need to protect Tua.
yeah, exactly. Need Tua out there and healthy for this season. So yeah,
Well, we saw
next
we
four.
saw last season that when he's not healthy, it doesn't. The whole offense doesn't function the way it's built.
Hmm, definitely, definitely. So yeah, there's the Dolphins done. So just gone a commercial here on the NFL Network stream. So yeah,
The Pats.
recapping
What do
what
we got?
we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna recap what we had so far. So Carson Schlesinger, the linebacker from UCLA, going to Browns, first pick of the night. Jaden Higgins to the Texans, wide receiver from Iowa State. Um, Nick Emmanwori, the safety from South Carolina. Quinton Judkins, big pick there for the Browns, running back from Ohio State. And we just had Jonah Sawianea, guard from Arizona. So the Patriots on the clock, the Bears, Saints, Bears, and Jets coming up. So the Bears having a couple picks here. Still from the Carolina trade from a couple of years ago too. The one that got Carolina Bryce Young and the Bears DJ Moore. So yeah, that trade's still in effect there, Ian, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love to see if Kev can jump on during this stretch of picks as well. Would love to have him on. He was awesome yesterday. Me, Nick, and Kev. That was a very unlikely trio, Ian, but I think we did a very fun job. It was
Oh,
very wasn't
he definitely did, mate.
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting us to be so good, but I was just like, wow, it went so smoothly. The boys did so well. I thought I was gonna mess up the whole thing, but we did so well. Yeah, so see if there's any other things coming across the timeline. Yeah. So yeah, so Ian Rappaport, interesting tweet here. He's saying, if you wondered what the league thought about Iowa State's Jaden Higgins, two teams, Titans and Raiders, both traded out after he was picked by the Texans. Very interesting tweet there. Wow. So teams must have been really high on Jaden Higgins.
Yeah, must have been.
See if there's Just trying to see if there's any other draft news as we're waiting. A minute left on the clock here for New England. Always love when NFL Network just shows, hey, here's where you can find the draft tracker, as if I'm not using it already.
Oh
I'm
well,
just like,
I was using Brad and I used the ESPN draft tracker to go through the first round of the draft for reactions last night. I quite prefer it. I think the
interesting.
ESPN one will give you can bring up a lot of best available as well, like who's there, who's still left. Um, yeah, those sort of guys. So you give a bit more information. Also gives you their
Yeah,
pre-draft comps for all the different players.
I might pull
So
that one off actually. Let's see.
Kickers in for the Patriots apparently.
Yep.
Got to be another. It's yeah, the way the Patriots are now. This is going to be a big guy, defender, someone strong, someone bullish for sure.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I'd go D line here for the Patriots. They did get Will Campbell yesterday, so their offensive line pretty solid. So the pick is in. Bears on the clock. Saints and Bears again. So good stretch here for Chicago. Yeah, they're talking about receiver as well. So Luther Burden's still there. Interesting to see some reports last night. After not being picked, he went for a workout. So he's clearly feeling the motivation to be that sort of player. So we'll see if the Patriots pick him.
Yep.
So yeah, just waiting for this pick to be announced here. So the Patriots see what they can do.
Lucky hair man. Your dad do a hair tie?
So here we go. Yeah, James White announcing the pick.
James White.
Yeah, Super Bowl hero. Won them a Super Bowl against the Falcons. See. So the announcements coming in. So yep. See where the Patriots go here.
Bring out that ESPN tracker while we're waiting, Manjot.
Yeah, definitely,
We can
definitely.
talk about a few more guys here. Of course,
Yeah,
the Bears are on the clock next. It'd be good to see. I'd love to hear who Kev thinks they should go here with who's left.
yeah. I think I'll just switch over to the ESPN one. Travion Henderson to the
Oh,
Patriots, running
yeah,
back. So the Ohio State boys both gone there. So there we
that's a
go.
great pick for the Pats. They've been without a proper running back, for a couple of years now. Of course, we had Ramondre last year, and he had a great point, a great sort of early season, and then really fell off. Killed me in
Yeah.
fantasy when Taylor traded him to me, and we both thought that he was going to do well, and Taylor was helping me out, and then he was just a bucket of assholes after that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we are talking about it yesterday on stream as well. Kev was very high on Henderson. He said after Genty, he had Henderson his second best running back as well. So
Yep.
he's up. Yeah, he's pretty high on him. So we're just looking at some of the ranks here. Of course, ESPN we're using now. Yeah, so his position ranked third best running back in the class, 30th overall, and an 88 grade. So decent pick here for the Pats, I reckon. They got a good one here in Henderson. He was also very interesting running back. I found in the college football playoff, really watching him running over guys. I think he's a good player, especially getting down low, doing some of the blocking. I think Drake May will really benefit a lot from Travion Henderson. So their current offense at the moment, Drake May at quarterback, of course, Travion Henderson at running back, receiver Stephon Diggs, tight end Hunter Henry, and tackle Will Campbell. They're showing here on NFL Network. So five pieces there for their
Oh,
young offense.
man, Drake May just gets a total upgrade. You know, he gets Stephon Diggs as a wide receiver this year, so a really old head and a guy. Hopefully, Diggs will use his knowledge and not be sort of the diva that he has been. And
Yeah.
then he gets an amazing O line addition in Campbell yesterday, which he was already stoked about from some of the media stuff that was coming out on X last night. And
Mm.
now to get a very good running back to sort of be able to hand that ball off to when, you know.
Yeah. See what's going on with the Chicago Bears. They have about a minute and a half left on the clock. Yeah, needs defensive tackle, running back, receiver, cornerback, and edge. Interesting ESPN. I'm actually liking this, Ian. It's a good shout there about the ESPN draft tracker. Best fit, Mike Green, the Marshall defensive end. I think, yeah, he's been dropping quite a bit because we're talking about on stream yesterday about his drop, and we thought potentially it's him not coming up against so great competition in his conference and that sort of thing. So it's really stopping Mike Green's potential draft prospects. So yeah, it's interesting. Best available still is
Mm.
Will Johnson, who was the 10th best player coming into the draft, is saying. So yeah, him second best cornerback. He's also had a slide. That's also a need, it says here on ESPN as well, for the
I think
Bears.
that
So,
I think that would be a great pick for them um,
hmm,
to go Will Johnson. Just chance the leg, you know, not chance it, but like the kid had I think he had turf toe or something that they were saying he was out with.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know, let him heal up. It's not going to be. Well, he had most of the season to heal up because he was out the end of the season. Um,
yeah,
you know, so he's going to come into camp, getting better. And when he was healthy, he was an amazing player.
yeah. Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah's big board as well has him at the top. Will Johnson there. Mike Green's third on his big board as well. So interesting. Shador Sanders being second. So a guy the Chicago Bears won't pick, of course, but just interesting what the top three of the big board is for Daniel Jeremiah. So the pick is in. Just waiting on this one for the Bears. Hmm.
Right. Hopefully they
I
do
reckon
soon.
could be a receiver. They're saying talk about a receiver run potentially. So yeah, just hearing some of the
They get
NFL
in on this
Network
soon, and
coverage.
I'm going to bounce after this pick, Manjot.
Ah, yeah,
I
definitely
put it out there
be
to the
good to
rest of
have.
the boys. If you're listening, like if you're watching along, you know, if you're on in our group chat, jump on to Manjot. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, definitely would love to have so many of the boys. So yep,
All of
Bears
those
just
guys,
announcing their
all of those
pick.
guys in our Aussie NFL fantasy chat, the guys that were on with Fantasy Boys with Matty and Taylor last year, all of them were great. listen
Yeah,
to had some really
definitely.
good knowledge regardless. So I just sort of said to the boys, like, jump in. We love to hear your
It's
thoughts. Like,
Luther Burden. Yeah, there you
oh,
go. Receiver run. They were talking about it. Des White announcing the pick.
yeah, right.
And it's Luther Burden. Yes, so he was sixth ranked wide receiver, 45th overall, 86th grade on ESPN. So yeah, the Bears will have a pick in 2 picks time. It's yeah, I
Man,
like this one for the
they got
Bears.
a dog. They got a dog. He posted, after not getting picked in the first round last
Yep.
night, it was after midnight where he was. He went out and did a workout. Like he posted
Yeah.
pics of him going out at Mizzou and going out and doing a wide receiver doing a receiver workout after he'd sat
Yeah.
there through the whole first round and not get picked. Like this guy, that's just work ethic, you know. You going out
Yeah.
after midnight and going, I still need a workout. I'm going to get it, you know. So they got a dog. That's great. Oh man, as an
Yeah.
NFC North guy, I'm getting a bit scared about the Bears. You know.
Yeah. Really
So
surrounded Caleb with some good talent here, I
yeah.
reckon, in this draft. They've done a real
All
good
right,
job.
all
Yeah,
right, man,
go
Joe. I'm
for it,
going to
Ian.
bounce. I might be back on later. We'll see what goes on.
Yeah, we'll see it again. So, Isaac's tuning in. See you, Ian. Got Isaac tuning in
Righto. See you,
from
boys.
work. Yeah, see you, Ian. As yeah, I'll just continue the coverage here. So the Bears, good offensive draft so far. Would love to hear Kev come on later to talk about it. I'm sure he's going to be on the way, jumping in and out of the stream today. But Luther Burden joining Colston Loveland, who was their first round pick yesterday. It's going to be interesting. I'm really liking the comparison as well to Jaden Reed. I think Luther Burden can work pretty effectively out of the slot, effectively on the outside. He'll be a guy you move around. Of course, they have DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. So I think Keenan Allen being on the ouster as well. So yeah, with that one, yeah, it's definitely great. Yeah, shout out to everyone on the stream by the way as well. You boys been great all weekend. Talked football with you guys as well. So it's been a great weekend so far. See what the rest of the weekend has in store for us. So yep, we've got the pick is in. Think that was on the ESPN tracker. Just gonna scroll up a little bit. Yeah, so there we go. Saints needs wide receiver, cornerback, edge, offensive guard, quarterback. So yeah, it could be Shador here. See what's going on. See what happens here. So Saints pick is coming in soon. So let's see what they'll go with here. Will this be Shador? Will this be Shador? The pick is in. Saints fans getting hyped. Let's see if they'll still remain hyped after this pick. See what's going on. Shout out to everyone who's on our stream as well. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So pick is in for the Saints. Still showing the shots of the big crowd there in Green Bay. One day definitely got to go to an NFL draft for sure with how it's going. So let's see what's going on here. So the Saints pick is in. Yeah, here we go. So Ryan Ramczyk gonna announce this one. See what, and it's gonna be Tyler Shock. Wow, Tyler Shock. Whoa, quarterback here from Louisville is gonna be taken. So third quarterback taken is Tyler Shock. I've been hearing big. Wow, that's crazy. Tyler Shock. I've been hearing big moves for him in the last couple of weeks. Been hearing a lot about Tyler Shock. Just an interesting one there. Wow, Tyler Shock. I'm a bit shocked by this one, chat, to be honest. It's a very interesting one. There. Tyler Shock to the Saints. Oh, yeah, he's a bit of a developmental guy. I think he's got some great legs, great, great size as well. They say he may have some durability issues, which may be a concern there for the Saints, especially with the Derek Carr injury. So just looking at it, his age as well is 25 years old, so he's a bit more mature than a lot of these guys. So I think that was a bit against him as well. Tyler Shock, yeah, showing some of his throws as well. Got some good throws there. So Louisville, of course, having produced my boy Lamar Jackson a few years ago, now they're just getting Tyler Shock. So Tyler Shock, yeah, that's a very interesting one. Shador Sanders slides even further. So the Saints quarterback history has been pretty interesting, they're saying. So they've only selected three quarterbacks in the first three rounds in since 1967 when the common draft era began, and never drafted a QB that went on to start a playoff game with them as well. So yeah, the Saints quarterback history is a bit dicey. We'll see what Tyler Shock is going to be. Wow, just can't believe it. Trade here. The Bills are on the clock as well. Tyler Shock. Wow. See, yeah, and I did learn how to pronounce his name as well. Shout out to Brandon Perner. That's good sports, of course. Shout out to him. Just incredible though. Tyler Shock. Wow, that is a crazy, crazy pick there for the Saints. I don't mind it though. I think he's a decent player. It's just interesting. Shador, many people saw him as the second best quarterback in the class. He's sliding. He'll be at best fourth best quarterback taken, which is, yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Tyler Shock versus Shador Sanders. Yeah, that's an interesting debate to have between the two. I think I think I'd lean Sanders there. I think Sanders has a few more traits. Tyler Shock, I'm not 100% sure with him as well. It's definitely going to be interesting where to go. So the Bears have traded back. They're going to get a couple seconds. Yep, couple second round picks and a fourth round pick. And the Bills have traded up. They're going to get a second, a third, and a seventh. So good for the Bills here to trade up. I think the Bears as well. They're going to love having two more seconds. So after taking a receiver, Luther Burden, just a few moments ago, as we just see the Bills having traded up there. So shout out to everyone watching. Pretty good day for this one. Can't wait for another few hours of this NFL draft. As getting onto it, we're just coming up on 49 minutes on stream as well, which is pretty good. Good start to the day, I reckon. Just streaming. Love to do this every day, honestly. So Tyler Shock, go see some Instagram reactions, see some things. A lot of people very confused about Shador's slide. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's very. A lot of people say, "Ain't this the dude that had the worst clip in combine history?" That's crazy. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Tyler Shock. I can't judge him off one clip, so I know what clip they're talking about. Him dropping the ball, having a pretty bad throw there. But honestly, I can't blame Yeah, I can't wait to see what he will do. So not sure here. Yeah, so talk about receiver here to the Bills. See what they're gonna do. So just listening into some NFL Network coverage. Talk about some receivers. Don't think they'll go receiver right now. I think they'll wait a bit. I think they can get an edge rusher here. I think Mike Green would be a decent pick for them. Let's see. Yeah, I think they go defense here. The Bills. I reckon. I reckon edge or D line. I reckon would be good. See what they can do. Yeah, to talk about pass rushes, I go Mike Green here. Mike Green would be best fit. That's what ESPN's saying as well. They did draft the corner in the first round, so in Hairston. So I reckon second round here, Mike Green would be a great pick for them. I'd go Mike Green. Come on, Bills, prove me right. So Lee Evans announcing the pick. The pick is in for the Bills. Let's see who they go with. They go T.J. Sanders, defensive tackle. So there you go, D line there for the Bills. Pretty happy with this one for the Bills. I think they did pretty well there. Defensive line, getting someone there, defensive tackle. I reckon the Buffalo Bills have done a pretty good job just trying to get that defense sorted. Hmm. Yeah, so that Daniel Jeremiah is a bit surprised there as well. So yeah, let's see what happens with that one. Yeah, I think definitely just getting some inside penetration they're talking about as well with TJ Sanders talking about a lot of different things and honestly, yeah, it's an interesting one. I think let's look at some of the grades as well. I'm going back on ESPN here, going to see some of the grades. Talking about 85 grades, 7th finish position. They have Ed Oliver, TJ Sanders, and Joey Bosa on that D line now, and of course Hairston at corner. So pretty good for the Bills so far in the offseason, building that defense a little bit more. So the Jets coming up here need a defensive tackle, receiver, safety, or tight end. They're saying so. Wouldn't wouldn't be too out of the realm here to see the Jets take a tight end. Try and think of what his name is. There's one specific tight end that's pretty good. Um, yeah, just trying to think of. Yeah, just trying to. Yeah, just trying to find. Yeah, let's see what else is gonna happen here. So the Jets just trying to find who would be best here. Best fit. They're saying Darius Alexander from Toledo, the offensive tackle or defensive tackle, shall I say? Yep, defensive tackle there from Toledo, Darius Alexander. See where they go. So yep, see some more reactions here. See if there's anything we can find in terms of some memes or anything. Go and look for some Shador Sanders memes while we're waiting. Yeah, because he's dropped so far that he's going to be at best the fourth best quarterback taken, or the fourth quarterback taken in this draft. Not necessarily his best. Doesn't matter where you start, matters where you finish. Yeah, Shador, he bought all those diamonds just not to go first round. Yeah, dang. Wow, Shador Sanders working with McDonald's memes. Yeah, just interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where he'll go. I'm trying to find some rumors about Shador. Not sure what's going on. Those interviews must have been absolutely horrible if he's dropping that bad. Shador is it's an interesting one. I just want to see why he's going to. Yeah, talking about Shador having a custom draft room built with legendary plastered all over it after his dad said he'd be a top 5 pick only to not get drafted on night one has been all-time draft moment. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. 26-year-old QB went before Shador Sanders. Flight reacts being shocked. Yeah, some interesting memes are coming across here of Shador. Yeah, feeling for Shador, honestly. I think he's very confident. I'm definitely a fan of his, but I feel like Shador, gosh, he'd be very interesting to see as well. So Schefter just posting the Panthers Bears 2023 blockbuster trade is now final. So the Bears received DJ Moore, first round pick, which was Darnell Wright, second round pick, which was Tyreek Stevenson, first round pick, which was Caleb Williams, and second round pick, which was Luther Burden. And the Panthers got Bryce Young for all of that. So a lot of people say the Bears won that one. So let's see what happens here. So yeah, just gotta find some more reactions here for Shador and everything. So let's see what the Jets do. I reckon they go tight end. I reckon it'll be a pretty good one here. They go tight end. See what happens. So we got my boy Kev on as well. How's it going, Kev?
Yeah, not too bad, Manjot. I bloody missed the start. I just realised we took a friggin' wide receiver.
Yeah, Luther Burden. We'll get your reaction to that in a moment. The Jets pick is just in. Well, we'll just talk about that. It's been a very interesting second round. Tyler Shock to the Saints as well. We're just talking about that. Looking at some Shador Sanders memes as well. Just memeing Shador Sanders and his slide. Just was reading out some memes, of course. But yeah, the Jets. Let's see what they go with here. I reckon the tight end here for the Jets, honestly.
They could
See,
definitely
pick is
use
in.
one.
There it is, Mason Taylor. There we go, tight end on the money there. I was feeling it because I didn't feel like there was many good defensive tackles or receivers left. Yeah, there we go. So John Abram announcing that pick. He was also in the 2000 draft class that they're celebrating today. So Mason Taylor from LSU. He was the third guy at tight end. They've been saying a lot, comparing him to Zach Ertz and saying he has a lot of elusive yards after catch. I think it'll definitely be interesting there for Mason Taylor. Now, just get a few thoughts from you, Kev, on the draft so far today.
Yeah, mate. Luther Burden was a bit of a shock, but I think you can definitely see Ben Johnson having a big impact early on here, and he's obviously very happy with the improvements he's made in the offensive line. I honestly think Travion Henderson would have been the pick, except he went to the Patriots 2 picks before us. So I
Yeah,
think they pivoted there. And look, Luther Burden, he had a bit of a down year, but if in last year's draft class, they said if he had to come out then, he would have been the fifth wide receiver taken based on college production ahead of Brian Thomas Jr. So, it's shit. Like, I don't think you can have too many weapons, can you? Let's roll.
yeah. So Mason Taylor, son of Jason Taylor. 49ers pick is in at the moment. So yeah, Jason Taylor, the former Dolphin, having to cheer on a division rival now. His son is playing there. It's going to be an interesting storyline for the upcoming season. So yeah, I do like the Luther Burden pick though, Kev. I do like it. I think with where they're going, it's been interesting. I'm just going to get the Niners pick here. Go react to this one live. Let's see where we go. Come on, Niners. Let's choose someone good. Yeah, Bay Area. Let's go. So pick is in. Oh, Alfred Collins, the defensive tackle. I like this for the Niners. I like this build. I'm okay. I'm gonna see what the comps are. Give him a 79 grade. He's the 10th best defensive tackle in the draft according to ESPN. 71 overall rank as well. So he's dominant versus the run, a pocket pusher as well, and he's a big guy. So I'm liking this build here for the Niners, Kev. I think we're building a pretty good defensive line. I'm actually pretty happy with this one.
Well, you got to address the trenches, don't you? Like that's been a bit of a thing for you guys. Sorry, I'm just going through the mock draft I did last night.
Yeah.
I did have, yeah, geez, I had Luther Burden going to pick 33 to the Browns. So
Hmm.
um, it's been, and I did have Mason Taylor as my first tight end off the board at 42 to the Jets. So I think I get that one. I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Oh,
did. He just went to the Jets. On the money again, Kev. Right there.
all over
So
that. I
yeah.
had you boys taking Trey Amos here, but I understand the need for the trenches. So
Yeah, Alfred Coles from Texas. I'm pretty decent. Yeah, I'd rather have offensive line now that we addressed edge yesterday, but I'm okay with this one. We have 11 picks in this draft. We can find some good O line later. We did find Dominic Puny in the third round last year, so we've proven that we can find some guys deep, late into that, late into the draft and into the compensatory picks tonight as well. So yeah, definitely. We can definitely see that. I'm enjoying this though, just to see. It's very funny. Ironically, Kev, they're showing some Shador Sanders, just a highlight tape for Shador Sanders, just to um,
oh,
just to advertise the third day of the draft, which is it's a very interesting thing.
they're
Yeah,
I'm actually shocked that Tyler Shock went when he did. Really, I thought if it wasn't Shador, that Milrow might be the next QB to go.
definitely. Look, Isaac, he's asking, did Kev come on for the Bears pick when they traded it away? No, he came on after that, actually. He came on a couple picks after.
I don't
Um,
mind the trade back if we want to talk about it because
yeah, go for it.
Ryan Poles has said basically he sees the majority of talent in this draft between like pick 12 and pick 70. So if he can move down from 41 and get two extra picks here, I think that's where you're going to see him take his running back. And I wouldn't be surprised if they get another swing tackle or take a pot shot at an edge rusher. So
Yeah, dang. Just looking at some of the measurables as well for Collins as well. It's it's very interesting. He's 6'6", 332 pounds, 34 and 3, is that 3/8 or 5/8? 34 and 5/8 inches in arm length, hand size 10 inches. Um, 40-yard dash is 4.95 seconds, vertical jump 26 inches, and broad jump 8 feet. I'm pretty sure that is. Yep, 8 feet 0 inches. So yeah, pretty good measurables there. I'm liking this pick for the Niners as well. I do like that trade, Kev. I will say it as well for the Bears. Getting a couple seconds. I don't mind you guys parting ways with your third round pick. I think you can even trade back again in the second round and get another third. So I'm pretty happy with the way you guys are building this. And we had Ian on earlier when you guys selected Luther Burden. He was saying that he was scared of the Bears. As a Vikings fan, he was
I,
saying that.
I know Ian's scared of the Bears, mate. He hasn't mentioned them all off season. He's just been all about how good the Vikings are. He's getting his shots in while he can.
Oh man, yeah, I love this NFC North shit talk we have. I reckon we got to get you, Ian, Pete, Neal on in a room. Will Johnson, will he finally go here to Dallas? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their needs. I mean, cornerback is one of their needs. Wide receiver, running back, edge, corner. They
I
did address
just
the guard need.
Just going back through this morning, man, the one I sent through last night, I was one pick off on Jaden Higgins.
Oh
I
yeah,
had him going
Uh,
35 to the Titans, but they traded away to Tennessee, and the Texans took him at 34. So
damn. Yeah, yeah, that was an interesting one there actually. Um, Rappaport said that the Titans and the Raiders traded back because they couldn't get Jaden Higgins. So a lot of teams were actually high on him coming into day two.
Oh yeah, he's like in the bloody dynasty community around. He's been very very highly touted as a sleeper sort of day two guy. People should really look at in their rookie draft. So they're obviously people think he's one of the better receivers in this class. They just didn't think he'd go in round one.
Yeah, just think. I think he'd be good. Cowboys announcing their pick. Pick is in. Got Donovan Eziruaku. I'm trying to pronounce this so badly. It's he's a edge rusher there for the Cowboys.
Boston College, isn't he? Yeah, I had him going a bit
Yep.
earlier. I think the Colts should probably take an edge next pick as well. There's a few good ones on the board. Anyway,
Yeah,
Manjot,
Mike
I've got to
Green.
run. I've got to keep trying to fix my lawnmower, but I will jump back in and out during the morning.
Yeah, shout out Kev. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you a bit later on.
See you, mate. Bye.
Yeah, it's just as Kev was going there, I'm just looking at it. Mike Green's still on the board, so I still have. This could be where Mike Green or Will Johnson goes. I'm a bit interested to see where the Colts go here. They did have a decent day one, getting Tyler Warren. I think they addressed some defense now. They really need an edge rusher. Never really had an edge rusher since like Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis days. So yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so let's see where they go. So yeah, getting another edge opposite Micah Parsons is pretty good. It's a Colts on the clock. So yeah, let's see where they go here. So as a Ruaku, looking for that edge there. So let's see what they do. So pick is in for the Colts. See where they go. Will it be Mike Green? Will it be will it be Mike Green here? I feel like he'd be decent, but I don't know about the Colts developing him though. Be interesting. So draft room in Indianapolis looks a bit calm as well. So let's see where they go. Yeah, I was wishing Pat McAfee came out to announce this pick. Would have been so meme worthy. So many memes would have come out of it. Jonathan Taylor instead announcing it. So here we go. Yeah, Wisconsin boy. Yeah, loves his Wisconsin badges. So let's see. They've gone with JT. Yeah, they did go for an edge. Tui Mo Lo Ao. This Tui Mo Lo Ao. There we go. Edge from Ohio State. So Jonathan Taylor welcoming his new teammate there. So yeah, they're talking about him being like a Tuli Pelotu type of player as well. Yeah, talking about him really rushing that edge, being a good edge rusher, especially at Ohio State. They built some good edge rushers there. Of course, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, some good edge rushers there. So, yeah, definitely Chase Young for that one season. Yeah, yeah, so they're just talking about in the draft coverage as well, just some mention all those names. Wasn't really on the level of the guys I mentioned, but still decent. So they got Latu last year in the first round, got DeForest Buckner in a trade a few years ago, so he's still at defensive tackle. So now JT Tuimoloau, he's going to be in there. So yeah, definitely, I do like this pick here for them. The Rams are picking here. So our boy Isaac, I'm hoping you're on stream. Want to hear some of your reactions. to this one because your Rams finally get to pick here, pick 46. See where they go. So the top needs CB, LB, wide receiver, quarterback, and running back. Let's see where they go. The pick is in. Just about to get that announcement. See what happens. Yeah, very interesting as well. Jason Taylor, son of father Mason Taylor, the tight end the Jets took, also did play for the Jets as well. So here we go. So Isaac saying the Rams can take Sanders, which will be interesting. See where they go. Let's see. All right. So Isaac wants Sanders. He's very sold on Sanders here. Yep. So Isaac right there. He's saying he wants Sanders. Let's see if he's right. Um, he's big. He's been big into the Rams there, saying, yeah, you've been big into the Rams wanting QB as well to develop behind um, Stafford during his final few years. So let's see what they do here. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's been on stream. By the way, it's been great to have you guys on the stream. Um, as usual. Let's see what's going on with this Rams pick. So 2 years of development under Stafford. I do like that philosophy here for the Rams as well. So pick is in for the Rams, still waiting. Yeah, best fit is Shador Sanders as well on ESPN. Just having a look here. Best fit, they're saying um, as well, given 87 grade. Will Johnson still the best available here. So very interesting. And CB is one of the needs. QB is one of the needs. Let's see where they go here for the Rams. See what happens. So picks in. Yep, ESPN just updating. Just waiting for these. Yeah, just gonna see what the Rams do. So pick is in, just waiting here. Showing the Rams draft room on the NFL Network coverage. Pretty cool that they use the LA Fire Department room as their draft room. Very, very cool. Very good way to honor the firefighters who, of course, fought through a lot of fires recently. So it's just showing the draft room here for the Rams. Looking happy. Sean McVay is pretty happy with his first pick, it looks like. Yeah, I think they're saying the Rams liked the guy last night, traded back. He's probably still there, so they're pretty happy with that one. We'll see who that guy may be. So the pick is in. Another guy from the 2000 draft is showing here for the Rams, which was Michael Brockers, of course. Great defensive tackle from 2012, actually, not from 2000. So pick is in for the Rams. And the pick has been made. It will be Terrence Ferguson, the tight end there from Oregon. So another one of Brad's ducks there. So Terrence Ferguson, very interesting pick here for the Rams. They do, of course, have some good tight ends on the roster. It'll be very interesting to see how it all fits. Hmm. Yeah, so they're saying he's an ideal size, build speed, has some tough yards after the catch. So Terrence Ferguson, I'm interested to see what Isaac has to say in the stream chat as well. Interested to see what the chat has to say about this one. Because I think, yeah, it's very interesting to see what's going on here with the Rams. Did not expect them to take Terrence Ferguson. Yeah. Isaac says wow as well. Not sure if he's expected that one there. Let's see. So yeah, Terrence Ferguson there. It's very interesting. Not listed as one of the needs as well for the Rams, so not 100% sure where to go here. Let's see though. Let's see if he'll be good. I think he could be a decent tight end if he's developed right though. I'm not I wouldn't be too mad at this pick for the Rams. I think, especially considering how well guys like George Kittle have done in similar offenses, I think this could be a decent pick there for the Rams. So, someone for Stafford to work with. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams trade up for Shador or trade back into the second round or use their next second round pick. I'm pretty sure they have another one later today as well. So maybe they're banking on Shador to slide there for you, Isaac, just for that development. So see, Will Johnson goes here. There we go. Will Johnson off the board, and he goes to the Cardinals. So Patrick Peterson announcing the pick as well, which is very ironic. He was another corner for the Cardinals. There we go. His slide ends there. Will Johnson, some people mocked him as high as maybe 10 or 11. He has gone at pick 47 to the Cardinals. And I do like this one for the Cardinals. I think they've done really well there to get someone. If he can stay healthy, they've got themselves a steal. And really, it's the health that's the question. I think Will Johnson will be he can be good as long as he's healthy. That's what everyone's been saying. The health is definitely where it's going to be the question for the Cardinals. If he can, they need to develop him right. They need to get him around all the good trainers. Need to make sure he can get back to good health so that he can keep playing. So yeah, just some nagging toe injuries and leg injuries for him over the past few years. So yeah, let's see what Will Johnson can do. So slide ends there, pick 47. So yeah, that knee issue is going to be very interesting to monitor for Will Johnson. See what the Texans go with next. So let's see. So Houston, the pick is in for them. Love when the draft goes a bit quicker as it does on night 2 compared to day 1. Yeah. So, yep. So look at what Isaac says. He says the Rams traded the other second round pick to Panthers. Okay, yeah. Don't pick again until 90. Ferguson will probably still be there at 90. Would love for them to take a QB to set up for the future. Interesting. I think I think the Rams maybe were feeling like Ferguson wouldn't have draft. Of course, the NFL draft works a little different. We have a trade. We have a trade. The Texans have moved up. So this was actually the Raiders pick, but the Texans moved up. The Raiders moved down again. They go get second and a third. So the Raiders really banking on picks here at the end of the second and during the third round as well. So I don't mind this from Vegas. I think they got some good guys. Pickers in for the Texans, who got Jaden Higgins earlier today. Yeah, back to the Ferguson pick though. I think Ferguson to the Rams. It can definitely be good for a win now sort of situation. I mean, we saw them in the playoffs are pretty close to being Philly. They'll, they're in the divisional round, probably the closest team to being Philly all season in the playoffs. So I think they feel like the window's still there. Isaac, I do understand the future though, against Sanders. I think though they can definitely find a way to get him in the third. I think the slide for Sanders continues, potentially into the third. Yeah, Bengals would be happy if Mike Green is still there. Just gonna load up my mock draft from yesterday. I have at the Falcons at 15, but I had the Bengals take an edge yesterday. I'm pretty sure they did as well. Yesterday, I'm just gonna double check on the draft tracker just to make sure. Yep. They did take the edge rusher yesterday as well. So pretty good situation for the Bengals to be in. There. So yeah, I think they could take another edge. They do have. I'm just trying to find draft trackers again. Yeah, just getting that draft tracker back up again. Um, yeah, I think with that one, like, yeah, it's just interesting where it is. For the Bengals, I think the Bengals. I'm just trying to get his name again. Been a long weekend here. Yeah, Shamar Stewart they got in the first round. Yep. Trying to if they pair him with Mike Green, be interesting. I think if they can keep Trey Hendrickson though, that's probably best case scenario. I mean, he literally led the NFL in sacks last year, so I'd be pretty stoked if they can get him there. So yeah, it'd be very interesting. See what happens here. Yeah, let's see what happens. So shout out to everyone watching the stream. By the way, been great all weekend talking to you guys about the NFL draft, just reacting to these picks as well. We have a ton of clips, of course, from this process as well. We're gonna clip a lot of shit from yesterday, especially Kev's Packers rants. All of that shit was so funny. Gonna definitely have more of him later on today as he's coming in and out of the stream. Yeah, hopefully a few more of the boys as well tune in. A few more of the boys come on the stream as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. So Texans just picking here. So Bengals on the clock, couple minutes left for them as well. So here we go. And there's offensive tackle Urstery from Minnesota. I actually like this one for the Texans. I think them finding a guy there um, in the O line is pretty good. I do like that there. So yeah, Ursery, sixth ranked offensive tackle, 46, and yeah, his size is the big thing to talk about. 6'6", 331 pounds. Wow. So yeah, Daniel Jeremiah putting out some concerns there for him, just saying that he isn't yeah, he may not be able to bend down a lot because of his size, and guys like Abdul Carter, for example, going up against him in college, were able to just stop him. So yeah, the Texans O line got Cam Robinson left tackle in free agency, got Osprey here in the second round right tackle. So it'd be very interesting to see what they do. So he was a first team All Big Ten player as well. So yeah, the stream, yep, coming back for me. Yep, there we go. See what's going there. I think Ursfrey's a decent pick as well for the Raiders and sorry, for the Texans, and they should do pretty well there. So Bengals pick is in. Very interesting to see which way they go. So let's see what they do. Shout out to everyone watching the stream, by the way. It's been great weekend, of course. Shout out. Keep them questions, comments coming in the chat as well. As the Bengals pick is in, let's see who they go with. ESPN reckons best fit will be Ravel, the corner. Siobhan Ravel. Let's see if they're right. So Tim Crumry. And it's going to be Demetrius Knight, the linebacker. So really building that front seven there. The Bengals, I do like that. Do like this pick for them. I think he's a decent player. Looking some tape here from NFL Network. Let's see what's coming up here. So talk about him as a leader, attacks blockers, and does have some inconsistent coverage. So that's going to be very interesting. Probably sounds like more of a run stuffing linebacker than a pass coverage guy. So be very interesting to see what he does for the Bengals next season. I think their whole front seven did need a makeover. They got Shamar Stewart yesterday. Getting a linebacker today will be very interesting. See, it looks like he's good at really rushing the passer and stopping the run, so be good. Logan Wilson's still there in the linebacking core as well. Trey Hendrickson, Shamar Stewart going to be rushing the passer from each end. Cam Taylor-Britt at cornerback, so going to be very interesting to see where they go. So yeah, Seattle's back here. Pick is in for them. Took a guard earlier. Traded up for the safety and Manny Worry. So yeah, they got Zabel, the guard, in the first round. Let's see what they do here. Look at some of the top players available. Of course, Sanders and Milrow, quarterback. Mike Green still there. See any of the other guys. Ravel from the corner and Trey Amos the corner as well. Yeah, let's see who else. Maybe Carl Williams, the wide receiver. Jalen Knoll, receiver. Yeah, definitely. A few guys there. That'll be interesting. Shout out to everyone who's been following our draft coverage all weekend. Shout out to our guys as well, Coach Josh, who's over there. Yes, our guy Coach Josh there, announcing the Raiders pick later on this weekend. It's going to be pretty good. Shout out Coach Josh, one of the great coaches here in the ACT. Hopefully he has a great time on stage there announcing that pick. Well deserving of International Fan of the Year from the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah, some guys are talking about Demetrius Knight here. The Bengals going a tad early, but they like him, so yeah, it'll be definitely interesting. Going to look for some more reactions as well from the sports world about this. So we got Kev back on the screen. Hey Kev, how's it going?
Yeah, good Manjot. I just wanted to talk about the Texans loading up on their offensive line with Oriente Ursary out of Minnesota.
Yeah, it's interesting listening to some of the talk as well from Daniel Jeremiah saying that Ursary, yeah, definitely he's a good he's good, but his size may be a concern because he can't bend down low. They're talking about, so very interesting to see what he develops as well. So, yeah, any thoughts on that pick there, Kev?
For the Texans themselves, though, because they're just loading up on the offensive line, which they desperately need. but also he was a fantastically underrated college prospect. So, like I said, when the boys picked Kelvin Banks Jr. for the Bears at 10, I didn't see that great of a difference between him and some of these guys going in day two like Ursary.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. It's one of those picks for sure. Yeah, just having a look around here, the Seahawks coming up, draft trackers just loading up. Bears should be there soon as well. So yeah, best fit they're saying, Jared Wilson. Let's see if they go Mike Green. Mike Green has dropped quite a bit, compared to where we had him in the first round. See if they do go with the edge. Trey Amos is still there as well. If they need a corner, which they don't, it says on ESPN. Or at least it's not top five need for them. So let's see. That pick is in. So that's second pick of the night, the Seahawks. Panthers have traded up as well for the next pick coming up.
I think the Panthers have to be trading up for one of these edge rushers that have fallen.
Yeah,
Kind of a bit of a
definitely.
need to them after trading away Brian Burns last year.
Would be good for them to get someone like Mike Green. So yeah, just getting Sean Alexander up there. Shout out Sean Alexander. One of my favorite one of my favorite run backs to watch when I was growing up. Yeah, happy birthday, Sean Alexander's son, as they get the tight end Arroyo from Miami. So Arroyo ranked him as third in the pre-draft rankings there at tight end. He's the fourth tight end taken.
I like it. I had him fourth, but that was behind Mason Taylor, who did go before him. So I like
Oh,
it.
I
think
should
the
say
Seahawks
fifth.
use the
Yes,
bump.
yes, Ferguson as well, of course.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
played Ferguson a bit later. I was a bit surprised to see him go, but I don't hate the pick. So
yeah. I feel like he's more of a Shanahan sort of guy there. Think yeah, a lot of these this guy, wow, Arroyo, he looks very big and strong against some of these college players. Let's see how that translates to the NFL. Gosh, he's got some good route running for a big guy too. Just watching him cook some linebackers and safeties. Yeah, he's just got some good stuff there. So Seahawks having taken Zabel and Manny Warrior earlier, got Arroyo here. So the Panthers have traded up. See if they do go edge, like you said, Kev. I reckon Mike Green would be pretty good. So I'll just see what the trade details are. Just gonna load up Twitter for this one.
well,
See what the
I think the linebackers are off the board. The value of cornerback's probably not there anymore. I just there's a few guys like Trey Amos and that might still be on the board, but I think edge defender is probably the glaring one at this pick for them.
definitely. I'd go with edge here for the Panthers. Yeah, it was very interesting. We're reading some of that DJ Moore and Caleb Williams trade just got fully completed as well earlier with the Bears first pick. So it was very interesting.
Yeah, no, I like Luther Burden. I didn't have him as a number one in this class, but I had him as a top three receiver. The Bears have got DJ Moore, Roma Dunze. He's probably going to be the
Nick
number three early
Skelton.
on. Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah, Nick Skelton for the Panthers there. Very
See,
interesting. So Mike Green is completely fallen off. I don't mind this.
what's scouting the edge out of Texas A&M, isn't he? The other one.
See, yeah. Texas A&M, of course, Shamar Stewart went to the Bengals earlier in this draft.
So
So,
a lot of people for a long time had scouting going round one back into the Chiefs. So there's been a lot of edge defenders falling. I think that's the depth of this class. Same with the running backs. A lot of people thought the need for players like teams needing QB would push other positions down, but it's kind of hasn't gone that way this year.
Yeah, very interesting here. Um, yeah, Titans on the clock. I don't mind this one. I'm looking at some of the tape as well. They're showing on here on the NFL Game Pass stream. Yeah, just I do like it. I do like it there. I think just finding edge that can have a few moves there be pretty good. Titans on the clock really have needs everywhere. Trey Harris is their best best fit according to ESPN as well.
For me, I'd go Jack Bash out of TCU. He's my highest rated receiver still on the board. I think he
Hmm.
would slot in quite nicely with Calvin Ridley as well. So. But let's see what they do. I don't think there's a number one on the board anymore, and I think Bash projects to be a really good number two in the NFL. So
Let's see what they go with here. Yeah, and they go with the edge rusher there, Oladejo from UCLA. Wow. So players at important positions so far in this draft for the Titans. I do like this build so far. They did trade back some extra picks as well. I'm not too fussed about this one. It's funny the NFL Network coverage calling him juicy as well. I wonder what they mean by that one there, Kev. Yeah, talk about explosiveness when I mean juicy. Yeah, very interesting terminology there, NFL Network. Maybe a bit sus, but yeah, he's a converted defensive end. Um, so very interesting as well. Disruptive in backfield. I think if they can develop him right, he can be pretty decent. I think he's a bit more on that developmental side. Kev, do you agree?
yeah, he's a pretty decent sized boy. He's someone I had the Bears looking at later, just because Dennis Allen likes his big, beefy, long edge rushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was disappointed. I thought the Titans could have really, tried to shore up some things around their rookie QB, but they obviously haven't learned from everyone else's mistakes.
Yeah, and we're just looking. The box pick is in, so going pretty quick here, Kev. You joined at the right time, right as all these picks come firing in.
Now, see, the Bucks would have been perfect to go with an edge rusher here or a linebacker, but I think the linebacker talent's off the board. There's a couple
Hmm.
of interesting safeties, or there's still a few edge rushers on the board. I think this morning I had them taking the shot on Mike Green. This is where I had his slide stopping.
Yeah, safe is there because I think this would be a decent fit for them as well. They've had some good edge talent over the years. Todd Bowles, of course, loves his front seven. He's a very good coach in the front seven, so I reckon something like that would be good. Yeah, just talking to some Saints fans as well. Yeah, Kev, I just want to ask as well, Tyler Shock. Your thoughts on him as well?
I was a bit shook there. Yeah, I had him around QB5, QB6 sort of range. I thought there's a chance that Jalen Milrow would be the first one off the board today, but I didn't see a shot coming there where he was. I don't think the Saints had to take him there either,
Hmm,
looking at the way the QB run hasn't started again. So
definitely. Yeah, I was very interested with. I thought Sanders was going to go to the Saints, but yeah, Tyler Shock. It's an interesting one because like they're giving some of the stats as well. The Saints haven't drafted a QB that started in a playoff game. They've only drafted three QBs in like the first three rounds since they became a team. So very interesting there for Tyler Shock. Yeah, I did send a video in our Aussie NFL Fantasy group chat as well. Just some Tyler Shock. Just one of the videos I saw on him. Shout out Brandon Perner, That's Good Sports. Pretty good video that taught me who Tyler Shock was really in terms of the hype. It's an interesting one I saw in the pre-draft process, and really I was like, yeah, I can see why teams look at him as a guy But yeah, mature, yeah, 25 sort of thing. It was a bit of a shock to me to see him go ahead
The
of Shador, to be
the
honest.
Bucks the Bucks picks in. I don't know whether it's
Yeah,
popped up on your feed yet, but
yeah, it's
Benjamin
come up
Morrison,
here
the
as well.
cornerback, he's a guy I thought would have been off the board already, as well as Trey Amos as well. He was a very solid part of Notre Dame's run to the final this year.
Wait, which guy was this? Sorry, Kev.
Benjamin Morrison, the cornerback out of
Oh,
Notre Dame,
yeah.
very very underrated cornerback in this year's class, and a position of need for the Bucks. So yeah, good,
Let's
great
see.
pickup for them.
Yeah, let's see if he does go there. Ravel is their best fit. They're saying the cornerback from ECU. As well, Mike Green's still the best available. Yeah, Pack. Oh, Kev, you came in right on time too. Yeah, you're still here. The Packers pick will be coming up next, so more Packers shit coming from you today. Let's go.
Well, I think the Packers are probably going to draft another tight end because two middling tight ends aren't enough to go with six number one wide receivers for an overpaid pumpkin.
Let's
In
see.
all honesty, if I was the Packers, there's some good players in the secondary still on the board. That should be the pick. I don't know. They may take a chance on a developmental edge rusher or D lineman.
Here we go. The Buccaneers get ready. Ooh, Benjamin Morrison, you're on the money again, Kev. On the money.
Yeah, my PFF draft tracker has already updated, Manjot. I'm
Oh,
doing a run.
dang.
I could jump on for a couple of minutes so the missus can't yell at me. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
might have to switch draft trackers because Ian was telling me this ESPN one's pretty good too. So I might just switch over to PFF then.
yeah, I've had PFF on just about every year. Love it. Can't complain about it. It's great.
Yeah, just gonna put this one in. Let me just having a look here. Yeah, got some best availables as well. So yeah, very interesting Packers on the clock still. Yeah, I'll just get up that PFF one. Yeah, so switching draft trackers, my third draft track of the stream. Pretty funny. So Packers on the clock coming up. Yeah, so yep, shout out to everyone watching as well. It's been pretty good, pretty fun live stream. First time, I reckon first time Aussies are really doing this one as well. Bunch of Aussies reacted to the NFL draft. This must be a first in terms of live streams, so it's been pretty good. Let's see.
I'm just trying to think who I go for the Packers in my mock this morning. It's a bit hard when we're roaming around to bring it up, but I think I had them going cornerback here.
Yeah. See. Yeah, let's see if you are right here again.
No, I had him taking Nick Scotton, but he went 5 picks earlier. So yeah, I'd go cornerback. There's Trey Amos, the Siobhan Rebels still on the board. They definitely need the help, especially with the offense the Vikings have got as far as the passing weapons and the Bears loading up on pass catchers as well.
See here. Packers picking. Yep, so Packers just picking here. There we go. Anthony Belton for the tackle there from North Carolina State. Kev, your thoughts? You think that's a good one there?
Not personally, and that's not just me having a dig at the Packers. I think they have some bigger needs and there's better tackles on the board. They obviously saw something they liked, though. There's a reason they're coaches and scouts and we're not, I guess. So, yeah,
Hmm.
I thought they would have looked to address the coverage defense a bit with the other teams in the north loading up a bit.
Yeah. As we're seeing here, PFF says he's 98th overall as well. So they thought it was a bit of a reach there. Very, very interesting. 15th ranked tackle, they reckon, in the class. So, very interesting pick there from North Carolina State.
Yeah, I think Marcus Mbo out of Purdue is still on the board. I think he would have been a better pick if you wanted to address the tackle position. But yeah, let's hope Green Bay just screwed up because that'd just be fantastic. It'd be like Christmas all coming at once.
Yeah, because they got overall he's the 92nd best player, ninth best tackle on ESPN, 73rd grade, 73 grade. So, oh boy, I don't know about this one, Kev. I don't know. Maybe you
Yeah,
can give Packers fans a bit of shit. Of course, it's just a draft. Um,
no, I think they probably missed out on the chance to address their secondary here. Yeah. Oh well, it's they. Who picks next? Chargers.
yep, Chargers pick is in.
Sorry, man,
So
I'm just
just
driving. That's also makes it a bit hard.
you're just driving at the moment.
Yeah, just going to the dump. So.
Ah, okay, yeah. Just getting there's Kev with the truck life there. Um, so we're getting the Chargers pick announced. So yeah, Melvin Gordon announcing his pick. Oh my god, my worst enemy back in 2023. Yeah, shout out Nathaniel Hackett or 2022. I can't remember that one year. Trey Harris going to the Chargers, receiver from Ole Miss. Thoughts on that one, Kev?
Yeah, I like it. I thought he would have gone a bit earlier than now. I thought Chargers would have gone wide receiver in round one and taken Luther Burton, but I like the pick here. Marion Hampton going with Trey Harris. Trey Harris provides a bit of speed, not really the size on the outside, but more of a deep threat to pair with Lad McConkey. I think it's a pretty nice pick for them.
Yeah, I'm actually liking this one. Like of course, Lad McConkey had a great rookie season last season, and really Herbert he hasn't had many weapons recently. Just getting another guy next to him. Amarian Hampton, Najee Harris coming in the running back room this season as well. So yeah, I think the Chargers really rebuilding that offense. It's pretty good for Herbert. I think just to get a pretty decent offense around him.
All right, Bears are on
So
the
here we
clock.
go. And the pick is
I,
in.
I,
So just,
I'd go running back here like Caleb Johnson out of Iowa or Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee or even RJ Harvey. I'm not a big Cam Scatterboo guy, but they could even go defensive line here. So,
yeah, let's see what they go. They do need a running back, as we've been saying. So let's see where they go. The Bears also do have pick 62 coming up in that trade with Buffalo. So yeah, here's pick 56 for the Bears. Look at PFF best available at the moment as well. Got Mike Green, Trey Amos, Kevin Winston Jr., Omar Norman, Lott, uh, Alec Ayo Manor, Xavier Watts, Landon Jackson, Jack Betch, um, Shavon Ravel, and Shador Sanders, Braden Swinson. So there's a few names there for you guys just to look at in terms of guys. The guys really listed in the top five in their position at the moment. Very interesting, including Shador Sanders, second best quarterback on the board for most teams. Just going back to the draft board here. So yeah, those are your PFF best available, Kev.
My best available would still be a running back here, just because it is the need we have. Whether that's what happens or not, I don't know. So you'll have to tell me when the pick comes in, Manjot. I'm just unloading the ute full of shit at the dump here. So
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Yeah, we just see Kev's still hard working on Saturday for you all out there. Shout out to everyone who's been watching as well. Great to see you guys. Been watching the stream all day, been enjoying it. Of course, been having Kevin, had Ian in a bit. Hopefully, some of the other boys as well come in. Hopefully, Nick can come back eventually. Our trio yesterday, Kev, it was a very unexpected trio, I reckon. Me, you, and Nick, but it worked so well. I reckon that was a great 5 hours of you boys yesterday.
yeah, it was good, mate. I'd like to do it more often. It's just finding time, really, especially being
Yeah,
on call
definitely.
a lot. So
I'd definitely love to do a live show. We have Lions. Yeah, Lions are picking next. Is that right? Nah, I think we're just catching up with a few live messages here in the chat. So
I wouldn't
just
be surprised actually if we go a different position, because there's probably 3 or 4 running backs that Eric Bieniemy would really like to work with, and we've got a pick in 6 picks. So they could look to address defensive line with Norman Lott or something instead here.
hmm.
Oh wow! Ooh, I did not see that tackle coming.
Wow. Yeah, let me just get the
Aussie
draft
Capello.
tracker. Wow. Yeah, so just about to get the pick live here, Kev. See what's going on here.
I don't hate it. Like we do need some depth on the offensive line.
You're definitely a bit ahead of me, Kev. I'm just getting the pick here. Yeah, when it is your team, to be fair. Yeah, it's always interesting. Just to see.
Oh, I've already got the Lions pick in too. Yours, the first one I saw, man, yours was already up on your shared screen here, the PFF track.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've already
on your
got
page
like
already
a
has them
few
both.
picks. There are a few picks. Yeah, Aussie, Trapalo. Yep. You liking this pick there, Kev?
No, not where I would have taken him. But like I said, they've got a pick in 6 picks. That's probably where they go running back. They've probably got 3 guys they like, and thought we'll take the best of those 3 that's there at that pick. But we did need a swing tackle, like a backup swing tackle. At the moment, you've got Braxton Jones, who can only play left. Darnell Wright can only play right, and Kieran Armagaji, who can only play left. Capillo's played both throughout college, but not to a high level or anything. So it's a decent pick for a backup swing tackle, but probably a bit early for my liking.
Yeah, and Tate Ratledge going to the Lions. So this NFL net, yeah, the live coverage is way behind PFF as well. So PFF on the money. Yeah, you might be right there.
Trapillo played left tackle in 2022, 650 snaps, then played over 700 snaps at right tackle the next 2 years. So he had a pretty decent pass block grade last year, not great in the run block, but, that's for where we picked him. It's probably not a bad pick. I probably was a bit harsher on it than just because I really wanted a running back. Oh,
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can still. Oh, Betch going to Las Vegas as well. Gosh, yeah. Wow. So, yeah, just catching up.
I'm a Raiders fan, and I hate the Raiders. And every year they make a couple of draft picks that I really like. Like last year, they got Powers Johnson and Brock Bowers. So
yeah, just
2
having
years in a row they've nabbed 2 guys I really like early on.
Just having a look at Betch here. Expecting him to go. Like they had him as the 40th best player in the whole draft, 7th best receiver, coming from TCU, and is a guy that you were into that camp as well. So yeah, Tate Ratledge going in between those two picks there. So just took
Yeah,
a
Tate
yeah,
Rutledge to the Lions is a pretty good pick. Um,
mm,
shores up a
yeah,
bit of depth on one of the better offensive lines in the league. You've seen the Eagles do it constantly, take shots on guys in the mid rounds to develop and back up their number one offensive line. So the
yeah,
Lions are just kind of going with the same approach.
yeah,
As for
Kev.
Jack Bash, he's going to be really good in that Pete Carroll system, but I still feel like they needed a true number one receiver. I don't think Jacoby Myers is one, or Jack Bash.
Yeah,
So that could be their
yeah,
next year's draft, who's looking for a number one receiver or even a free agent signing eventually.
yeah. And I think with you, there, Kev, as well. Just talking about your boys pick there with Trapilo. Yeah. So with Trapilo, they're saying he could be a day one starter at right tackle on the NFL Network coverage as well.
Yeah, we've
So
got one of the best right tackles in the league in Darnell Wright. I think he'll be your main backup swing tackle. He
yeah,
did play his first year of college at left tackle, so they've moved him to right, whether it was by need or he was better at right. So he can obviously do both. So
yeah. I definitely think with just looking at some of these picks, yeah, definitely. I'd go with I think Tate Ratledge is a good pick here for the Lions. They're just showing on the TV right now. Yeah, I think he's a pretty good pick there um, for them. So I'm pretty, yeah, I'm pretty happy for them to get him. I think the Lions got a good guard there, really addressing a need. Jack Betch there as well, be interesting.
now the Ravens here, they've got a couple of really good cornerbacks just falling into their lap. They've got my number two safety in the whole class, and Kevin Winston Jr. is just falling into their lap. Yeah, they're just one of these teams. They're just going to take the best player on the board and make it work. So, it'll be very interesting to see what they do here. I think I
Yeah.
actually had them taking Tate Ratledge in my mock this morning, but he's obviously
Mm.
already gone. Jared Wilson, the center out of Georgia as well. He's pretty underrated. I feel if he went here, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. See where they go here. Yeah, so just with the draft is yeah, it's very interesting. Kevin got me onto this PFF tracker. Um, yeah, it's going very fast now. It's got yeah 2 picks ahead of the live feed of the NFL draft. So yeah, just looking at stream time as well. So yeah, we may have to do the same thing as last night as well. With the stream because of YouTube's 4 hour limit. So may have to do a second stream just for the end of it. Won't do a full grades I think today. But we'll just have a look as well. So we're um just gonna see where it's going.
We'd
Um,
probably submit some overall draft grades for teams at the end of the draft. I'll get
definitely.
all the boys to do one and see how they marry up with each other. Obviously, the Packers get an automatic F for being F-wits.
And an A triple plus, of course, as you like to say, Kev, for your Bears.
Bears and the Chargers at the moment, they've had a really good draft, I feel. Ravens as well so far, they've had a really good draft. I low-key like what the Texans have done.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here for the team. So yeah, shout out to everyone watching at the moment. Actually, being a being a great draft as well. With everyone contributing, everyone tuning in. It's been awesome so far to have everyone. So yeah, keep the questions, comments coming in about this draft. Yeah, Tate Ratledge, number one in interior offensive line athleticism scores as well. Um, yeah, just very interesting. Um, yeah, I think now with the Raiders having also picked Betch, Kev, pretty safe to say Shador will go in the 3rd round unless there's a trade here.
Yeah, I think so. geez, he's going to have a bit of a chip on his shoulder wherever he goes, but where's he going to go where he's going to get a chance to start? Unless the Browns take him, I'm not sure where.
Yeah, it's a very interesting slide. Mike Green goes to the Ravens. Mike Green goes to the Ravens. We just got down the draft tracker. Yeah, Raiders pick just coming in. So they're about a pick ahead now, PFF, um, on the live stream. But yeah, Mike Green going to the Ravens. I like this. I like this a lot for Baltimore. I think they've got,
Ravens just doing Raven things and letting guys come to them, aren't they? And it's,
yeah.
yeah.
Is this a good draft? Like, this is a pretty decent draft, I would have to say, for the Ravens. Maybe I don't want to overreact, of course, but getting Starks yesterday, getting Green today, I would say Ravens. I'd go maybe an A plus grade so far. Been doing really well. Yeah, so yeah, Mike Green going to the Ravens. I'm pretty hyped for this one actually. Him, Dafe Olway, pretty good defensive duo there. Starks and Hamilton back end. Gosh, that Ravens defense next to you, Kev. Yeah, this upcoming season later this year, very, very interesting. What will happen?
Yeah, they Mike Green, a lot of people had going in the top 20 of this draft, but there was one concern was the competition level he faced in college. So
Hmm.
him falling into the second round, despite having some of the purest pass rushing moves and good size and speed, I think the Ravens have just once again taken the best player on the board, and this year they've actually taken two need fits as well at both picks. So it's going to be very interesting how it works out for them. Broncos on the
Definitely.
clock though. I don't know if they could be a candidate for a running back here or the centre out of Georgia.
See who they should pick. Yeah, PFF users said Mike Green to the Ravens was good. They've been pretty much just saying Mike Green all day. Like there's a few picks here. I'm just going back through and saying PFF users selected edge Mike Green. I'm liking this. I'm liking this for them. Um, yeah, wow. I think the Ravens too. I know Mike Green needs a bit of development, bit of interesting talks about his competition in college. I think the Ravens a good spot to really develop him as well. So talking about Jack Vetch again, the draft coverage says he's got a lot of ball skills, physical yards off the catch, and looks a lot like Allen Robinson. Shout out Allen Robinson for ruining that 2022 fantasy season uh, with the Rams. If you remember Kev, of course.
I remember because it was just at the Bears before that.
Yeah, he was. Then he moved to the Rams. Everyone was like, yeah, he's going to have breakfast with Stafford and he's going to do amazing. And then, gosh, Aaron Robinson, that fourth was insane. Like, he barely even lasted like 2 or 3 weeks before he was like officially washed in that season. And I think they just, yeah, were like, yeah, we're done with him. So,
I see
yeah,
the Broncos and the Commanders here are going to be very interesting, Manjot. They could
yeah,
both use a running back, and the Bears could. So you could see three running backs in a row go here. But I think
mm,
if anything, the Broncos should take the centre out of Georgia,
yeah,
and then look at getting a running back in the next round. But it'd be very interesting to see what they do. They would be a team I would not be surprised if they took Cam Scatterboo.
yeah. I'm happy with. I like Scatterboo a lot actually. He's got a lot of versatility. He's a guy I really enjoyed watching him in the college football playoff as well. He's doing everything for Arizona State. When they had that whole miracle run and gosh, he had like the game of like the century in terms of stats and just freaking he was incredible. If NFL teams could use him like that, God, I'd love to have him as like a third round dynasty pick, to be honest.
I think if Scat didn't have the off-field concerns, he may have gone in day one where Hampton went. He's
Hmm.
just a guy who refuses to go down. Kind of reminds you of what's his name from the Chiefs before he got injured, Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Just one of those
Yeah.
violent rushes who doesn't go down. I think the Broncos could be a real landing spot here for him, or even the Ravens, or even the Commanders. I just don't think he's a fit for what the enemy wants to do with this Bears team. But
Yeah, definitely. Just having the let's see where we're going with this one. Yeah, just having a look at some Shador Sanders, finding out what's going on with Shador. Let's see.
Shador Sanders kind of reminds me of Malik Willis's fall. How everyone thought he was going to go in round one. He slipped to round three, and the Titans took him that year.
Gosh, yeah, Dion and Shador. Yeah, gosh, I like Annie Agar said made it to day 2 just like Shador. Yeah, shout out Annie. Very funny videos from her every week, of course. Let's see where else.
She's a rough
DJ
Pakistan.
DJ when he's drafted before Shador. Me, bro, that's crazy. That was a funny one. That's of course a satire account, of course, Ballsack Sports. If anyone's familiar with that prime run they used to have, Ballsack Sports. Yeah, DJ when he's drafted before Shador. That'd be funny. Let's see what else. Trump loves Shador Sanders. 2 guys with successful dads that managed to talk their ways out of getting drafted. That's a pretty good one there. Just copped a brand new Shador Sanders jersey. LinkedIn. Oh my goodness, the LinkedIn jersey. Shador Sanders, every time a name is called, he's just been disrespected.
So PFF's ahead of the real one again.
Here we go. So let's go back to our PFF tracker. Yeah, there's a running back run talking about RJ Harvey for the Denver Broncos.
RJ Harvey. I think the only reason Scatterbury is falling is the off-field concerns. They say he's not exactly committed when he goes to training. He's very, very lazy with his off-the-field stuff. RJ Harvey is a guy that I've heard a lot of buzz about from people that watch a lot of college football. So, I think it's a good pick. I think there was other options on the board, but they've obviously they need a guy, and he's going to be a very valuable fantasy pick this year. Because I don't really know what have they got. Jaleel McLaughlin and my boy I lost a water bet with Matty C with Audric Estime. So he's definitely different to Audric Estime. He's more of your speed, change of pace back. So it's a good fit here, I think.
I miss Javonte Williams though. Not gonna lie, I know he's on the Cowboys now. Miss those days. That's what I was talking about with Melvin Gordon just a few minutes ago. Like how I had some beef with Melvin Gordon because 2022 when freaking Hackett used him over my boy Javonte, and then Javonte went down. I just couldn't deal with it that season. And then Melvin Gordon won a ring with the Chiefs. Just most undeserved ring ever, honestly. Shout out Melvin Gordon. Yeah, but I've had beef with Melvin Gordon ever since.
Kind of makes me wonder what the Commanders are going to do. Keep going with the offensive line, or they really could use a running back as well. This could be a little run here.
Yeah, let's see. So yeah, RJ Harvey, yeah, PFF users had picked Cam Scatterbo there as well. Yeah, I think with Scatterbo as well, there was
PFF users tend to
Sorry, you're saying, Kev?
PFF users tend to take the top guy on the board at the position. They don't really think a lot about it. They go, running back, this guy. Like I said, Scatterbo, he'd be the kind of guy that you'd think that the coach would be able to work with. But I'm not surprised that he keeps falling the way that he is.
See, yeah, I think with that, I do agree with that. Harvey as well, just bring some things as well. coming off a huge season at UCF. 232 carries for 1,577 yards and 22 touchdowns. Never played running back prior to coming to UCF. So, interesting convert there, RJ Harvey.
Good change of pace, good vision. Very quick first step is what I've heard about him. So I think he's probably going to be the pick for the Commanders is in as well. The Bears are on the clock.
Hmm.
Looks like the Commanders went with Trey Amos, the corner that some
Yeah,
people had the
wow.
Bills taking in round one.
So Scatterboo's still there for you boys. Few running backs still there as well for Kev's Bears. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, wow. Trey Amos is a. I think he's a good. I think he's a good selection here for the Commanders. Getting a corner, I expected them to get one on day one. They got tackle instead. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one to be honest with them.
The Chiefs have 2 of the next 5 picks coming up here.
Yeah.
This is our last pick of the day unless we trade back here again, but I think they are probably going to stick and pick here would be my feeling on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the last Bears pick.
For
Yeah, I
me,
can't
it's
wait.
Caleb Johnson out of Iowa or DJ Gibbs out of
Yeah.
Kansas State would be my top 2 guys for the Bears on the board.
Hmm. Let's have a look. Yeah, wow. The I love how behind the NFL Network one is, but I'm just using it for analysis as well, just to see what they have in terms of comparisons and stuff. Yeah, and also just to get some funny draft announcements as well. Hopefully some Pat McAfee level ones. Oh, Monty Ball. Gosh, that's a flashback. That's a flashback. What do you all know about Prime Monty Ball back in the day? Gosh, that yeah, Prime Monty Ball back in the day was actually pretty decent for the Broncos. Um, yeah, Super Bowl champ. Yeah, so just announced the RJ Harvey pick. I reckon the Bears pick will come pretty soon, considering they've always been about a pick or two ahead here PFF. So probably get the confirmation there. Yeah, and picks do go a lot faster.
They do have I know the PFF thing is basically constantly 75% of users like this pick.
Yeah, 75% of the users probably just want Scatterbo to get drafted real soon.
Yeah, they keep picking him everywhere.
Yeah, shout out by the way to Jack Betch as well. Seeing that moment, him getting drafted, everyone being happy. Of course, his brother passed away in the terrorist attack on New Year's Eve before the college football playoff. So very sad there. But a great moment for that family. Commander selections coming. Just gonna check on the Bears. Bears one hasn't. So yeah, the NFL Network's catching up a little bit. Catching up a bit.
Uh, I think also the Bears might be actually trying to trade back a couple if they want. So it's something Ryan Poles likes to try and do.
Yeah,
Might be working the phones, but if you can't get a deal, he's probably got a name typed in and ready to go.
definitely.
I really wanted RJ Harvey or Caleb Johnson, and Johnson's still on the board here, so I'm hoping that's the way we go.
Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, some of the Trey Amos, um, yeah, tape and everything. Shamar Turner. There we go. Kev for the Bears.
Defensive line,
Yeah.
yep, Texas A&M. I don't hate it, but I really wanted a running back there. I think we addressed the defensive line pretty well in the off season. Um, geez, I really don't like DeAndre Swift, so I don't really know what we're doing here.
Yeah, and just looking at round three as well. You guys don't have a pick for the whole round. So yeah, it's a very interesting one there, Kev. Looks like just a really interesting draft for everything. I'm just looking back at some of the grades as well. Um, yeah, looking back at some of the grades, see where we go. Yeah, the Ravens, they're saying very good on PFF. Give that a very good grade. Due to off-field concerns, there was a slide in the draft. On field, he was the talent to be one of the biggest steals. A lot of average players. Trey Amos, elite. They're saying for the Commanders, so they're pretty happy with that one. Um, yeah, as you said, Caleb Johnson was one PFF users thought should have been picked there, Kev. So let's see who
Yeah,
else.
I really like
Yep, go
Caleb
ahead.
Johnson. I don't know what we're doing now.
Mm,
Obviously, they think they're going to get one at the start of round four. There's, there's still definitely a few guys on the board that I really like. Devin Neal out of Kansas, DJ Giddens out of Kansas State. Caleb Johnson's still on the board. I don't think he'll be there. Jaden Blue out of Texas is an interesting one as well. Obviously sat behind Bijan, the guy that went to Panthers second round last year, and the guy currently at the Bears, Roshan Johnson. And when he got his chance this year, he was actually pretty good.
mm.
And even a bit later on, like Bashal Tootin out of Virginia Tech's an interesting name. And Jaquavius Marks is a quarterback converted to running back who's had a pretty interesting year as well. But I really wanted them to lock Caleb Johnson in there, so I can't say I'm excited. But I see why they want to boost the trenches. It's, you saw what the Eagles did rotating pass rushes and interior defensive line through this year. It's not an egregious selection, but it's not where I would have gone.
Yeah, let's see. So just looking at everything there. Shout out to everyone who's been here for both days of the draft. We had about 50 people yesterday actually, which is great. Having 50 views yesterday. Across all our streams. We've been pretty busy here on Page Press NFL and the Aussie Grind Network with everything we've been doing. Last night, of course, Kev, as you know, the boys from Good Day Grind, they had reacted to the first round picks. So be sure to check that out in the live tab of our YouTube channel as well. Yeah, we had about 50 people during that 4 hour stream, 50 views during our 4 or 5 hour stream there with you boys yesterday. So yeah, we had a great day in terms of numbers. About 5 extra subs as well. Shout out to everyone who has joined in across the weekend. It's been awesome to have you on board.
Oh, Chiefs get Norman Lott, defensive lineman out of Tennessee.
Yeah, there we go. Another pick coming in. Yeah, Norman Lott. A lot of my Niners friends have really wanted him, and yeah, goes to the Chiefs. Another killer.
Jalen Noel out of Iowa State as a receiver could be interesting here for the Eagles. I don't know if they will go. They could go with the centre out of Georgia, would be a very Eagles sort of pick.
Hmm. Yeah, Luther Burden, the last draft choice from the Bryce Young trade they're just talking about here. Kev. So yeah, they're just about to announce the Bears pick on the usual stream. So very interesting.
There's also some good cornerbacks on the board for the Eagles as well. So they've got a few options here. They're in a pretty good spot. Chiefs as well, obviously having a pick in 3 picks time.
Hmm. Yeah, there's still Des White coming out saying you're still booing, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, they're
Not
always.
booing the best team in the division. I love the shit talking. Yeah, I love Des White's enthusiasm for you boys. Yes, they just announced a Shamar Turner pick on stream. Yeah, yeah, they're saying explosive free tech, shakes slash bull power, and he played through some injury as well, Kev. So he's a pretty tough boy there for you boys.
Yeah. I just realised I've got the fantasy league drafting in 10 minutes. I didn't expect that to be this early.
Yeah, am I in this league or please tell me I'm not in this league?
No. This is an American one.
Oh, thank
I've
fuck! I
got
was
pick
gonna
5.
be. Yeah, I'm just getting my sleeper loaded just to make sure. You get my sleeper loaded. I need to check because I'm pretty sure Maddie was talking something about some picks. Yeah, all right. Just needs a
Oh,
commissioner. Yeah, yeah. Just nah. It's all good. All good.
I'm just looking at my team in this league. I've got Stroud, Fields, Wilson, Mayo, O'Connell, so I don't need QB. Do need a running back. Um, running
Hmm.
back, I've got Brock Bowers, so I don't really need a tight end. Running back and receiver is kind of where I need to go.
Yeah. Speaking of lives, yeah, we're talking about doing some more live streams, Kev. So we will live stream some fantasy drafts when that comes
Oh,
up as well.
I'd be all over it, even if we just want to get some boys together, do a mock draft and explain why you took a guy here or there, or even with our
Yeah.
dynasty league.
I'd love to
Talk
do
about
like a
different
mock
picks
draft
they got.
Monday or something. Just throwing that one out there for the boys. Yeah, Monday night mock drafts with the boys, and we just get to talk shit and, yeah, just have it all live. Unedited. We just talk shit. Yeah, just get a few of the boys together. Of course, get Maddie and Taylor. Ian as well. Get like Brad, get Nick. Yeah, get 7 or 8 of us. I think this application I'm using, Riverside, only lets me do 8 of them. So if anyone's interested, anyone out there listening, hit us up. We'll have like 8 man or 8 person, shall I say, live streams for these mock drafts. I think just float that one out there for June and July and August, just while we're waiting for NFL season.
I'm always keen.
Always
Yeah,
keen, yeah, same here. Be very, very interested. So Eagles pick. I'm just gonna have to check on that. It was Andrew Mukuba, safety there. So just reading some of the grades as well. They really like PFF really likes Omar Norman Light there. Um, yeah, they're saying he's best
Vancouver.
true pass rushing defensive tackle in the class. Norman Lott plays with violence and speed and should provide the Chiefs with another pass rushing force. Final pick of the second, Andrew Makuba. That's what PFS says. Um, yeah, it's
I
interesting.
like Vancouver, but the fact Kevin Winston Jr. is still falling You know, if he was the best safety in this class last year, but this last season he was injured. So they're obviously a big concern about his knee. Otherwise, I think he
Hmm.
would have gone back into round one. Um, yeah, so Makuba's a solid run defense safety. They're kind of loading up in their back end to pair with Cooper DeJean and bring on Mitchell. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah. Them Eagles and the Chiefs. I think they're having awesome drafts, and I hate to say that. Ah, God. Yeah. I'm just like, God. Just really want them both to not have good drafts. Just let all of us, like rest of us, do better. So the Giants will be on the clock soon. Um. Yeah, that's an interesting one. They took Jackson Dart. I think the Browns at in the third round, pick three. That could be the next possible slot where Shador goes. If not, Raiders right behind them. So yeah, interesting to watch
I
some more
reckon
Shador Sanders stakes.
the Bears might actually look to trade back up into the 30 if they think their running back's not going to make it to them in the fourth.
Hmm. Yep. Massive shout out as well to everyone who's still out there watching. Just gone through 2 rounds of the NFL draft together. 2 days as well. It's been awesome. Been awesome, especially having my boy Kev for most of it, having Nick as well for all of day one, having Ian come in as well. It's been incredible what we've had
Oh,
so
Giants
far.
pick is
This
in.
Giants pick is already in. Darius Alexander, first pick of the third round. Haven't even ended the second round on the NFL Network. So, yeah, these are coming in thick and fast on
Alexander's a steal
PFF.
for a run defender. Falling there to the Giants. He's a guy I think I had going in the early 50s, late 40s in my mock this morning. Just a good nose tackle there, very solid run defender. You know, you've got Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, and then you put a nice big nose tackle in the middle there. So they're really working the trenches here.
Yeah, Thibodeau, Carter, Lawrence, Alexander. It's a good D line all round. Burns as well. Yeah, just all round. That's a good 5-man D line there, Kev.
Obviously, looking at the Eagles and going like, righto, well, we're going to load up here and try and make things hard.
Yeah, just getting the end of the second round here on the NFL Network. Already into the third round here. Darius Alexander. Yeah. Yes, the Chiefs on the clock. Browns upcoming. Raiders upcoming. Patriots and then the Jags again. So Jags getting back after Travis Hunter and that trade up.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be very interested.
Yeah, let's see. Just waiting for some more picks here. Just listening to some of the NFL Network coverage as well. Yeah, very. It's gonna be very good. To see Makuba. There at the Eagles for them. It's a good pick. Um, yeah, Norman Lott, very good. They've listed. Yeah, as you said, Alexander, they were ranking him at like 49th overall, so around where you had him in your actual mock draft for day two there, Kev. So pretty similar to where PFF had. PFF has graded that Makuba pick above average, finding the replacement for CJ Gardner Johnson in an athletic Makuba. So yeah, pretty good for Philly. They're finding just great value all across the draft. Harry Roseman, I would say best drafter in the league apart from some of his receiver picks. That's what I said yesterday. So definitely up there in terms of that.
Be a little
Yeah,
bit
so
interested to see what the Raiders do here. There's still some good cornerbacks on the board. The defensive line seemed a bit. They may just look to address that before the drop off goes any further. Or they could look to take a backup offensive lineman to just kind of boost that a bit too, because Pete Carroll not really big on taking offensive linemen too early. So this could be a spot where he looks to address that as well.
definitely see where they're gonna go. So Chiefs one's taking a bit of time. Hopefully, the NFL Network catches up with PFF as well. So yeah, the Giants selection just coming through as well. Probably get to PFF very soon for everything. See, here we go. Yeah, so Giant selection. Just honoring some members of the military. See, Chiefs pick hasn't come through. Yeah, Darius Alexander, talking about him as a late bloomer, excellent agility, impressive senior bowl. See if we can get some PFF grade on him as well. Called a good pick grade as well. Good value for the Giants as he entered the draft. 49th ranked play on the PFF big board. His 90.1 PFF grade in 24, ranked third among all interior defenders in the class. So Chiefs on the clock. Yeah, Chiefs pick is in. So NFL Network catching up to PFF pretty quickly. Wow, Rappaport's saying Milrow and Quinn Ewers potential could go before Shaquille Sanders. Very interesting development there. Can't imagine Shaquille will be very excited. So Chief selection is in.
I like Milroy
There's
going before
Ashton Gill.
Sanders, but
Yeah,
Quinn Ewers, I think he'd be a late round pick for the Raiders, going back with Chip Kelly, his offensive coordinator from Ohio State. So that's an
yep.
option there in the later rounds. They've got to sit behind Geno Smith and learn.
Ashton Gillott from Louisville, edge rusher there for the Chiefs. That's the 66th overall pick, and I don't mind this one again for the Chiefs. Just going back a bit, yeah. Norman Lott, and then you've got Gillott here. So, yep, those two back to back. I think they've drafted pretty well there, the Chiefs, with that one. So Yeah, I think that's a good draft there so far for Brett Veach and the crew there. Just fortifying the trenches. They did get the tackle in the first, and then just get a couple of D linemen here.
It always is interesting on days like today where you watch guys like Landon Jackson fall, and you
Yep.
just kind of wonder why or what happened to make them fall to where they are. So there's nothing on tape that would have you concerned with Landon Jackson. I think it's got to be an off-field issue with him.
Hmm. Yeah. See if we can find out some more about him too. Yeah, let's find out some more as well.
Now the Browns here, I think are a prime spot to take a wide receiver, but I can't really bring up my list to see who's still on the board.
Hmm. Yep, Jackson is the 51st available player here. Landon Jackson we're talking about. Yeah, just trying to see. Still up there. Definitely. Shador Sanders, not, yeah, not being taken, of course. See if we can,
There's
yeah, see if
Jalen
we can find
Ryans
out
out of
some
Utah
more
State.
about.
Jalen Noel out of Iowa State's a really interesting pick if they go that direction. They could just end Shador slide here if they really decide to. I wouldn't be overly shocked if he goes today or if he lasts till tomorrow at this rate.
Hmm. Let's see where we go.
Imagine Dion throwing his big draft party yesterday and just nothing happened.
Oh man, this Shador story has been very interesting. Like, gosh, I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of missing Ghetto Gronk at the moment. Some of the meme pages haven't been posting much on this draft, so I just want them Shador memes at the moment. Just feels yeah, just feels interesting. Yeah, Wednesday, May 14th, the schedule release. Brown's still on the clock. Just showing the Tyler Shock video. Yeah, that one video of him just absolutely messing up that throw. Damn, Shador wasn't even the first Sanders taken in the draft. Welcome to Buffalo, TJ Sanders, of course. Must have been so bad in his pre-draft interviews. They're saying
A
ESPN
lot
did
of people
ask
had
him, Jen.
concerns, just like his accuracy rate was a bit inflated just with the amount of comebacks and screens and like simple sort of passing that he had.
Hmm.
So one of his big pluses when you look at the numbers wasn't
Harold
really.
Fannin Jr. is the pick here. Yeah, gosh, even PFF's fallen behind. Think we might have to go back to the NFL.com one here, Kev. PFF's
Just
just
means that
fallen behind. It looks like my free trial is just ending. So, yeah, I didn't put in my PFF login. It's all good. Yeah, Fannin Jr. tight end from Bowling Green. Shout out to Bowling Green out there. And just one of my favorite college names, of course. Let's get back to the
I
NFL.
don't hate it. Seems like a bit of a wasted pick with Njoku, but he's not a bad tight end prospect in this draft. Just not where
Hmm.
I think a lot of people would have thought they were going to go.
definitely. 117 catches though for this guy, so it's very interesting. Yeah, just getting back to round three here for yeah, just getting back to round three. Pick is in. Yep, we're going back to NFL.com. Just a tradition that we were using yesterday. It's all good. Could this be Shador? The pick is in. Wisniewski, Steve Wisniewski, just announcing this pick. It's huge. Let's see if we get our Shador moment. It is Darian Porter, the cornerback from Iowa State. So we're
Yep.
still waiting for Shador Sanders on day 2. Wow.
Yep. I thought they might go cornerback. Cornerback and defensive line are two of their biggest remaining needs. So I'm kind of shocked that Shador's still on the board, but I'm not shocked about the pick that the Raiders have made.
Yep.
It is kind of
Definitely.
funny because there was a long time there where Raiders fans were talking about how they'd have to trade up to get Shador.
Everyone was thinking, oh yeah, he's going to go top 10, he's going to do this and that. He's going 9 to the Saints, and now he's all the way in the 3rd round. It's just incredible just to see what happened. So just look at some Darian Porter
Oh, New
tape
England.
here. Yeah, New England's pick is in. Going quick here.
But I've got to run quickly, Manjot. I've got to go and load a truck. I'll still be on. I'll just be muted for a bit.
Yeah, no, that's all good. I'll just react to New England, potentially Jacksonville by myself as well. It's gonna be good. So we'll see Kevin a bit, everyone. So shout out to everyone out there. Anyone out there in the chat, just send us a message as well. Been having a been having a great stream with you boys today, with all of you guys as well. Yep, just looking some Darren Porter tape. He was a senior. Pick is in for the Patriots. Just getting back here. Yeah. So you got the Patriots pick is in. Just waiting for that. Jags back on the clock after they took Travis Hunter with that trade up. 2nd overall. Making a big splash. So let's see if they fill some needs in the 3rd. They just said New England's picking at 69, so Rob Gronkowski's rejoicing somewhere. Damn, who's this dude on the screen? Someone's talking, but I can't see them. Must be a WrestleMania champ. Yeah, getting John Cena to announce it. They're announcing London games right now. Carl Williams goes to the Patriots here. Wide receiver from Washington State. Very interesting there. Washington State wide receiver Carl Williams goes to New England. Decent player as well.
I see Isaac Tesla is going to the Jags at the next pick. He's a late rising wide receiver, big body. Not a lot of production though, but the Jags have obviously thought we're just going to keep
Jags have
adding some
traded?
weapons.
Yeah, Jags have traded actually, it looks like. With that one, Kev. They've traded with the
PFF's got
Lions.
them already making the pick.
Wow. Yeah, I've got the NFL tracker. I'm just gonna have to potentially pull up some ESPN. Gonna get the ESPN one as well. Yeah, it's the Lions that have traded up. So, yeah, might be a bit out there. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, Carl Williams. Yep, he's out there. The pick there for the Patriots, Washington. He's ranked 68th overall, so this is about where it was for him. So Jags probably accumulating some picks after that Travis Hunter trade. Um, yeah, 79 grade there for Carl Williams. He's always seen as a day two sort of prospect. So pretty handy there for the Patriots to get another weapon next to uh next to Drake May. So of course Travion Henderson being there. So the Lions moved up. Go see if I can get some things there as well. So yeah, just waiting for Kev to come back eventually once he's done his job today. Yeah, Terrion Arnold, their first rounder in 2024, announcing it for the Lions. Yeah, it's Isaac Slayer, the wide receiver from Arkansas, as Kev just said. So we're just getting everything up there. Saints back on the clock. Bills, Jets, Broncos, Niners coming up. Yep, so there we go. Isaac. Just gonna see a bit more there. Isaac Tisla. 19.5 yards of reception as well in this most recent college football season. So very interesting sort of pick there. Yeah, and some good one-handed catches as well. Always love to see it. Always love seeing Odell type of catcher. Yeah, some after the catch stuff as well. The saying is good about him. So yeah, we're just getting to pick 71 with the Saints. It's all gonna come flying in. So the trade here, 2 third rounders in 2026 to the Jags. So the Saints pick is in. So the Lions have 3 third rounders next season, with Aaron Glenn being hired by the Jets. So they decided to trade 2 of them to the Jags, along with this year's third. So yep, shout out to everyone out there as well, watching us today. Been watching yesterday as well. It's been a great couple days. Manjot here, Kev's here as well. He's just a bit busy at the moment, guys, so he'll be back very soon when he can. So yeah, shout out to everyone who has been watching with us as well. It's been amazing on this draft stream to be with you guys. So yeah, more streams coming to Patient Press this year. It's going to be great. Hopefully some more mock drafts of fantasy, some live drafts of fantasy. Get some things done, I reckon. It's going to be fun. Yep, so round 2 has been completed. Round 3 we're in. And pick 71, the Saints coming up. Yeah, Sanders absolutely dropping here. It's crazy. Yeah, so just waiting for the Saints pick here. Wouldn't be surprised they go for a bit of defense again. Yeah, let's see what's going on here with this one. So here comes the Saints. Yeah, let's see what happens here with the Saints. Got Tyler Shock and Calvin Banks, two guys on the offense. Reckons defense, and it's Vernon Broughton, the defensive tackle from Texas. Yep, from Texas there. So well done there for the Saints. I reckon they got a good one there as well. Defensive tackle from Texas there. Vernon Broughton. And the Bills pick is in. So we're going quick fire here. So Vernon Broughton there. Jets on the clock. So we're just rolling in. 6'5", 311. Vernon Broughton there from the Saints. Pretty big guy there. So good guy to stuff up the middle in there for the Saints. See, pick is in for the Bills. Jets on the clock. So the Bills pick is in. So you got Bills pick is in as well. And the Bills select Landon Jackson. So there's Landon Jackson to the Bills. The edge from Arkansas. He had a bit of a fall there. He's expected to go mid-second round. He's going in the third. Bills probably got a steal, I reckon, with this one. And the Jets pick is in as well, so we're going quick here. Probably know that my stream is going to end in like an hour again. But yeah, the Jets pick is in, so we're going real quick. So Landon Jackson, defensive end, Arkansas, coming up here. Jets pick is in. Yeah, compare him to Ezekiel Ansah. Shout out Ziggy Ansah. So Jets, Broncos, Niners coming up next. Yeah, Landon Jackson, they're talking about, got the best of Will Campbell. And yeah, let's see what happened. See what the Jets do here. Jets pick is in, just waiting on them as well. See what happens here.
Yeah, Manjot, that Isaac
Yeah.
Sala pick, I
Yeah.
like that for the Lions. Like, he was a guy I had going kicked around to the Bears just as a wide receiver 3 with upside and, you know, good kick and punt return potential as well with his ability after the catch.
Yep.
They've obviously identified a thing because I don't think they're going to keep Jameson Williams long term, and they've gone up and nabbed him. So
Niners on
hate
the
it at all.
clock. Yeah, so the picks, yeah, Kev, we got Isaac Tassal, and then Vernon Broughton, Landon Jackson, and Azaria Thomas have just gone after him as well. So Azaria Thomas, your latest pick there for the Jets. Pick is in for the Broncos coming up here. The 49ers on the clock
Landon
next.
Jackson slide ended with the Bills.
Yeah, yeah, I like that for the Bills. Get an edge. I think they did deserve. They didn't need an edge rusher there, so yeah, pretty good for pretty good for them. I reckon.
Broncos went wide receiver.
Wow.
Pat Bryant out of Illinois.
Yeah, gosh. Now we've got to get back at the PFF live tracker. Yeah. Oh, go get that. Got to get that one refreshed. Yeah, no. See, Broncos pick is in. Kev knows it. Getting, just getting some Bills as well. Yeah, the Bills have gone defense heavy, Kev, so far in this draft as well. Hairston, Sanders, and Jackson, the three defenders, all gone to the Bills. So pretty good for
I'm
them.
not surprised, Manjot, but I also feel like Khalil Shakir and that they probably could have used a big-bodied outside wide receiver,
Yeah,
or even
definitely
a
see
bit of a
that.
power back to pair with James Cook, or even it's a good tight end class here. The Dalton Kincaid experiment hasn't worked. I would have loved to
Yeah.
have seen Mason Taylor go there. But
Mm,
it is what it is, isn't it?
definitely. Definitely. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching. We've got Kev here, got Manjot, of course, hosting here. Got yeah, it's been great having you guys around for this NFL draft. Yeah, 2 days consecutively, me and Kev just talking shit about the draft. It's been great. Great to have you guys on the stream, like Isaac and Ian as well in the comments. You guys have been doing amazing. Been pretty fun live stream. Just talking about the NFL again. Been missing it. Been missing it. I just gotta look. Let me just find it. I know I'm gonna have to find this soon. The days until NFL season. I
Where,
can't calculate this. Let
I
me
just want
find
to know
out.
where Taylor and Matty are because I want to hear about all the weapons and support they've put around their quarterback. And then I
Yeah,
want to hear
I
Matty
know.
talk about how good their defense is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to yeah, so 131 days until NFL season begins. By the way, just want to say that. So in about 30 days, we're gonna get the 100-day countdown for me again. Yeah, but on Maddie and Taylor, pretty sure both of them have been busy. Of course, as you guys are with family, all of you guys are. So yeah, just it's just Friday, Saturday on a long weekend, so good time to spend with the family. So pretty sure that's where everyone is at the moment who couldn't
I,
make it, including
I dropped
Isaac.
my son off with his nana this morning.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and then you've got got
Gave
some
him the
work to
nana
do
and
as well.
said I need to do some shit. Yeah, well, we're planning
Yeah.
on doing a heap around the house, but I've got a load for a job to go to Western Australia in the morning, so
Wow, man's
been
got to
doing that
drive a
now.
long way. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
from Darwin to West Australia is a crazy ass journey. I can't imagine how long that takes for you. How many
I
hours
think
would
it's
that be on the
a
road?
bit over 600 k's each way. 14
Shit.
hours, 15 hours, something like that. That's out there,
Yeah.
drop it off, come back. So,
Yeah, you might be able to
it's one of
listen
those
to
jobs.
our yeah, you might be able to re-listen to this entire like draft process, like 5 hours yesterday, 4 hours today, um, maybe 4.5, maybe 5 today. Haven't fully we don't fully know how long this will take, but with all these commercials and everything, yeah. But we
what
have
do you what do you
yes,
think you
get
boys do here, Manjot? I'd love the centre for Georgia here for you. I think he's very
yeah, I
underrated.
love that. I love that. We do need like good centers, good guards. I reckon interior O line would be awesome. Jake Brendel's alright at center, but he's not great. I wouldn't mind getting a bit of competition for him. Just having some competition at center. Some maybe even move them to guard. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all. So pick is in. 9 is on the clock. Just waiting. Of course. Cowboys after us and the Patriots again. Cardinals and Texans again. God, how many trades for that freaking Texans pick? 4 trades or some shit. Holy crap.
Yeah, Texans needed to do something. They went in all in on CJ Stroud after year one, and they didn't really have the cap space to do it. And now they're reworking things. So I don't
Yeah,
mind accruing this capital because you're going to have to pay Stroud next year.
definitely. See the
So
Broncos.
you
They
might
got
as well
Pat
take some
Bryant.
shots on some guys.
Yep, Pat Bryant to the Broncos from Illinois. As you probably said like 5 minutes ago, Kev. Just got announced there, so
Yeah,
we're just waiting for.
I had them actually going with a wide receiver as well, but I had them going with the one out of Oregon that's actually grew up and lived with Bo Nix for a long time, Tez Johnson.
Yeah, yep. I have been waiting
You
for
actually
that one.
read a bit about him. He basically his family kicked him out when he was a kid, and he lived with Bo Nix. They won
Yeah,
high school state championships together, went to college together. I thought he might have been an option there as a guy to bring in, but yeah, they've obviously identified Pat Bryant out of Illinois is a good receiver. He's kind of a rotational outside guy, probably not an every down player. But you know, when you've got Jerry Jeudy, you've got your tight end, you've got a good run game. It's probably a good pick for them where he is.
yeah, definitely. If we could get that center from Georgia, I'd be pretty stoked. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm just looking
I've
at
locked
all
him
the.
like six picks in a row. I thought he was going to go. I think he'll be a great selection if you guys do take him. I think he's very underrated in this class.
Let's see. The pick is in. Come on, Niners. Let's choose. Let's choose well. Come on, boys. Picks are coming in thick and fast too.
But
I like
basically,
that.
you boys need to address the trenches.
Definitely, definitely. That was our downfall last season. Need to address it like straight up. I do like this class. Yeah, let's see. Nick Martin. Oh, okay. Linebacker. I don't mind that actually. I do not mind that. Um, yeah, just thinking. I mean, just seeing Julian Peterson announce it as well for the Niners. He was a linebacker taken 2000 by the Niners. So, very fitting that we take a linebacker there. So I think Nick Martin would be. Yeah, we need someone to partner with Fred Warner, and we did take Fred Warner in the 3rd round as well in 2018. Martin, he missed 7 games in 24 with a knee injury. He had 140 tackles in 2023, which is 7th the in the whole FBS. So yeah, they're saying he's a very speedy guy. I think I'm okay with this one. I think I'm okay with this one. Nick Martin. I think the Niners taking him. I'm pretty happy with this one here for the Niners, and I think we can definitely find that. I see Kev is also just dropped out. He'll come back in a bit, I'm sure, boys. But yeah, Nick Martin. Yeah, there's Kev coming back. So Nick Martin to the Niners. Kev, your thoughts on that one? Yeah, just getting Kev back on soon. It's just dropping in and out. Yeah, so Nick Martin, I'm pretty
For me, but
stoked about that one. Yeah, everything
he's
all
a good
good,
pass
Kev?
rusher. Yeah, he's a good pass rusher. I
Yeah.
feel like it might have been a little bit early for you boys, but with some of the other boys on the thing and the draft capital you have still got to play with.
Yeah, we've still got 8 more picks left, so still got time to fill some needs. Our next pick coming up is all the way down in
Pick
at
100, I
100.
think, last this
Yeah,
round.
so just getting that special compensation. Yeah, so just 76 pick for Cowboys. Well, Siobhan Revell Jr. the cornerback, so he has moved a bit here, Kev.
Yeah, I like the pick. It wasn't a big glaring need for him, but it doesn't hurt to add to that secondary, especially with the Eagles and the Giants' improved passing game over the last couple of years. And obviously the Commanders coming out firing hot last year. Especially a guy that they had predicted to go late round 1, early round 2 to get him here. Like it's a pretty good pick for the Cowboys. Interesting to hear what Brad would have thought, especially with some of the interior offensive linemen still on the board.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think the Cowboys still need a receiver,
Hmm.
someone
So
to pair with
Carolina's traded
CeeDee
in.
Lamb.
Yep, Carolina's traded with New England here. So let's see what they're gonna do. I'm pretty. Yeah, Trayvon Diggs. They're saying he might not be ready for the season. So Ravel's going to be even more important for the Cowboys as well. Yeah, just considering
I
the
think
Diggs situation.
the Panthers here, the two safeties that I like, what's his name, that's been falling from Penn State, and Xavier
Yep.
Watts from Notre Dame would be a good pick for them as well.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what else they'd go here. I can't see him going edge rusher. Oh, Princely Unamilian.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, right. Edge rusher out of Mississippi.
Yeah, getting an edge
I
there. So
honestly didn't even realise he was still on the board.
yeah, 89th overall, ranked 74 grade on ESPN, 15th in his position. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent one. Best available player, of course, Shador Sanders, according to everyone, still the best available, but not going to get taken for a while. Best fit for Cardinals coming up here, the same for ESPN is Jalen Noel from ISU again. Yeah, Princely, they're showing
Jalen
his
Noel
squats.
might be the best, one of the best pure receivers from a skills standpoint in this whole draft. He's got great hands, good catch point, good route running. He just didn't have the production that would push him up draft boards. He's a developmental guy opposite Marvin Harrison Jr. I think it's a great pick for them if they go that way.
Yeah, so just get the yeah. I think with this one, yeah, if they go with that, the pick is in. So let's see if they do go with Noel there. I reckon he would be good as well. I do agree with that, Kev. I reckon he'd be good opposite Marvin Harrison. The pick is in, but we go wait for the outbreak. Dang. Yeah, so Princely, yeah, Princely is yeah, he just got picked by the Panthers. You're a big fan of that one, Kev, of course.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. He's the guy the Bears looking at later on in the draft.
Yeah, and a trade up too. It's pretty good. So just see if there's any trade details. Just looking at my phone at the moment, trying to find some trade details. Yeah, let's see what's going on here with this pick. So just trying to find out some trade details for you guys as well for that Carolina trade with New England. Just having a look at everything, just trying to find out what the details are. So let's see what happens. Hmm. Yep, don't see much trade details with that one. It's alright, we'll find out later. It's probably some fifth round pick swaps and shit. So it's alright. Yep, shout out to everyone watching on stream as well. You're out there, just yeah, be sure to send some comments through as well. Always love to see you guys interact with our streams. Yep, so just waiting for this Cardinals pick to be announced. Texans back on the clock, then Colts, Bengals, Titans, Steelers. Now asking what you do Sanders questions here on the NFL stream. Let's see it. And Jordan Birch going to the Cardinals at edge. Let's see what the Texans do here. Yep, just waiting here. So Jordan Birch talking about big outside linebacker here for the Cardinals. Really investing on defense this draft here, the Cards. So pretty good pick there. So just having a look here at some of the guys 49ers talking about getting a heavy hitter. Some Niners fans not liking this with how it's not a flash pick, just calling it a reach, but I disagree with you all. I think this is a decent pick here. Definitely needed front seven, and Sal's just gonna coach some dogs from now on. So Jalen Noel going to the Texans. I like this one actually, reuniting him with his teammate there, Higgins. Very good pick. I like this. I like this a lot. Pick is in for Colts. Jaden Higgins took him earlier. Of course, Hutchinson's already on the team. So Iowa State receivers all going to Texans. Very interesting. Yeah, and Nico Collins on that team as well. Tank Dell on that team. Pretty good receiving core. They just don't want Stroud to struggle again, so they want to stockpile him with some receivers. I'm happy with this one. Yep, Brock Purdy's also liking this one as well, so that's how I know he's going to be a good player. If my quarterback's liking him as well, so I know Jalen Noel's good. So Colts pick is in now. Yep, Kevin's just dropped out. Just he's going to come back a bit later when he can. And there's Justin Wally, cornerback for the Colts. Really need some DBs. Definitely someone there. I reckon this is a good one there for Colts. Decent pick there for them. I don't know, actually. He's decent, but they're saying that the Colts reached a lot. That's what a lot of people saying. So this could be a bad pick there for the Colts. A lot of people expect him to be available in the fourth or fifth round. Yeah, I think it'll be a decent pick. But I'm just looking at some of the grades and stuff. Yeah, So talk about Minnesota DBs and being instinctive. Yeah, just yeah, let's see what transpires here in the rest of the first third round here. So Bengals pick is in. They've been trying to get some defense going this draft. See if they go more O line this one. Steals on the clock as well. So Tim Cromrye just announcing it. Still in Fairchild, the guard, as I told you all, need some O line. See what the grades are saying as well. Hey Kev, how's it going? Have Kev on as well. Fairchild, see, giving him 67 grade. Yeah, I might have to ask Kev a few questions about these picks here. Um, yeah, once he comes back, just dropping in and out here again. Titans pick is in. Steelers on the clock. They're going hella fast now. Probably realize I have like 45 minutes left on stream as well for YouTube before that 4 hour limit kicks in. Yeah, so having a look at Dylan Fairchild, the guard from Georgia. Probably a guy that could be decent as well. He's a high school wrestler, showing, or college wrestler as well. Dang, so he's undefeated in wrestling too? That's crazy. Yeah, Titans and Steelers coming up. Here they're going to Outbreak on the NFL Network. Kev, we have you this time? Yeah, Kev, we got you this time? Yeah, just waiting to see.
Just saying, I love the Jalen.
Wait, Kev, you're cutting in and out a bit. You good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, sorry. Which pick you were saying you
I can
liked?
see
Yeah, let's just see if we can get Kev.
your screen.
Yep.
Just give it
Let's try and get Kev back on, guys. Yep, just got Kev dropping out again. Hopefully we come back. So yep, Fairchild's already gone. Yep, so just waiting for Kev to come back in. Just dropping in and out. Hopefully we'll get him back very soon. But yeah, very, very fun draft having you boys here listening in, talking to me. Just trying to find some more rumors. Iowa State Texans is the latest meme coming up. Every Iowa State wide receiver going to the Texans nowadays. It's crazy. Yeah, some Niners people talking about how good they're doing, building their trenches, liking this, liking this. Let's see if we can get some other fans' reactions and stuff as well. Liking what the Bears are doing. Cavs Bears doing pretty well. Liking what the Texans are doing, just building up as well. And let's see what else. Yep, free agent market as well. Looking at Ari Marov. Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers there, Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Sheriff, Dalton Reisner, as well as Von Miller, Zadarius Smith, Matt Judon, CJ Mosley, Kaiser Wright, Stephon Gilmore, Justin Simmons. That's your defensive guys in free agency still available. Still a lot of guys. So yeah, we've got the Titans. Pick is in. Steelers is on the clock. So just waiting here for that. So yeah. Yeah. It's just waiting for that one there. Yeah, just coming back here, guys. Got the Titans. Winston Jr. This is the guy Kev's been talking about. Hopefully get Kev here. But Titans getting Kevin Winston Jr. Big pick there. So yeah, see what they do. So pick is in for the Steelers. We're gonna get that in a bit. So yeah, shout out to everyone watching as well. So Steelers pick is in. Could this be Sanders' time? Could this be the Shador Sanders? I think it's Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers though. I don't think it's gonna be Shador Sanders to Steelers. So Lynch one about to announce his pick. Let's see if it's Shador Sanders. So pick is in. It's Caleb Johnson, the running back there for the Steelers from Iowa. So yeah, Caleb Johnson going there. Just listening to pick announcement. So yeah, wow. I'm liking this for the Steelers, just replacing Najee Harris, I think, with a guy who's also running downhill. Pretty similar to Najee Harris, I reckon, but a bit faster, hopefully. I think he looks a bit faster than Najee in his most recent season, 2024, that is. So yeah, Caleb Johnson from Iowa. I'm liking this one. Pick is in for the Bucks. Just going quickly here. Patriots, Chargers, Packers, Jags, and Texans coming up as well. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting to back in the third round, and we haven't even seen Shador Sanders yet. That's crazy. So here we go. And they got Jacob Parrish, the corner from Kansas State. Patriots pick is in. Chargers next. So just getting a few more picks here. So yeah, going quick here. Patriots, Chargers coming up as well. Yeah, let's see what they do here. So Patriots pick is in. Chargers are coming up next. See what happens here. Yep, so Chiefs coming up here. They're just traded in with Patriots, so we're going to see what happens here. Yep, just trying to get some perspective on all these trades. Sanders waits, saying, see what happens here. So Chiefs moves up 10 spots. Pick is in. They're going to get Noel Williams, cornerback from California. So yeah, another one there for the Chiefs, getting another corner. Yeah, talk about a pick six against Cam Ward as well. That really just shined how good he was. So Noel Williams, I feel like, yeah, he's think he I think he could be a decent one here for KC. It's gonna look at some grades as well. So Chargers pick is in. It's a bit hard to look at all these grades and everything. All these picks coming in. 72 grade, 96 overall. So it's about around here. So it's alright. Good pick for the Chiefs. Probably weren't expecting him to fall any further where they were. So good there for the Chiefs. Pick is in for the Chargers. Yeah, we're already in the bottom half of round three with the comp picks to come as well. Pick is in for the Chargers. Yeah, it's an ad break here. Just waiting. See if we can get Kev back on the line as well. Would be great to have him on there. Yeah, 86 overall. Charles coming up. Shout out Andre Reed for being selected 86 overall in 1985. One of my favorite players out there in the 90s. Yeah, Nick Martin's hella quick. 4.540. It's crazy. Very happy with this Niners draft. Pretty happy with some of these winners and losers as well. See what happens here. So Chargers pick is in, and the Packers are on the clock. Okay, let's see what's coming up here with the Chargers. About to get the pick announcement soon. Just waiting for these ad breaks to go through as well. Let's see if I can find some draft grades for you guys as well. React to some draft grades from round 2, round 3. Find out who's some winners and losers. Let's see. Yep, Chargers about to pick here. So I was just trying to find some grades for you guys. Definitely. Shout out to everyone watching as well. Wherever you are, you guys have been great. Great all weekend. Shout out to everyone out there. Yep, and the Chargers selected Jamari Caldwell, D tackle from Oregon. I like this one. I think it's pretty good. About half an hour left in the stream as well. So hopefully this all gets done. Now we go and just announcing the pick right now. Jamari Caldwell, D tackle from Oregon. I think it's a pretty good one. Packers are coming up next, the hometown team. The hometown of this draft, of course. So Jamari Caldwell. Then you got the Jags coming up after the trade. Then Texans, Rams, and Ravens coming up as well. Alright, let's see what. Yeah. Yeah, he's be playing next to Derek Harmon, who went in the first round. Yeah, shout out to Derek as well. He's going through a tough time. His mother passed away after he got drafted, which was very sad. So, shout out to Derek Harmon. Hope he can, you know, everything can go well for him and his family. But yeah, Jamari Caldwell playing alongside him as well. Yeah, they're just saying, wow, they wanted to know who this guy was as well. So Chargers could have got a good one there. So Packers coming up, pick is in, Jags on the clock, Jags on the clock again. So they're going double. Yeah, so Jags haven't picked since Travis Hunter, so they're going to pick back to back here. So yeah, see. Let's see what happens. Yes, so the Packers took Matt Golden. Got tackle from NC State, second round, and now see who they get here. Yeah, let's see. The pick is in. We're just waiting here for the Packers. They got some Hall of Fame Packers as well. And, Jerry Kramer got him out in the wheelchair. And Savion Williams, wow, another Packers receiver. Would love to hear Kev's reactions to that one, for sure. So Savion Williams from TCU. Yeah, and the Packers fans go wild because it's another receiver. Yeah, that receiver room's going to be crazy. Christian Watson, Jalen Reed, Romeo Dobbs already been in there. Now got Matt Golden, Savion Williams. Be very interesting to see where they go. To Jags back-to-back picks here. Traded up to 89 with the Texans. Let's see what they do. Yeah, so let's see what they do here. So Savion Williams, yeah, seen some highlights. Very physical, tall receiver. Yeah, he can just run the ball as well. Just, yeah, hard to tackle him. So Jags go back to back here. Then you got the Rams, Ravens, Saints. Oh, sorry, Seahawks and Saints coming up. Yeah, so Savion Williams going through some things. First Jags pick is in is Caleb Ranshaw. Second Jags pick coming up, they're on the clock. So Caleb Ranshaw, cornerback from Tulane. Pick is in for the Jags again. So Duval County. So they're getting a corner. So a couple corners. Travis Hunter can play both ways, and Caleb Ranshaw is who can only play corner, basically. So just a traditional one here. Yeah, so pretty good grade there as well. Just having a look through all of them. Yeah, just get some grades right now. Yeah, Rancho ran the third fastest 40 and the top vertical and tied for third best broad jump for corners at the combine. So he has a lot of explosiveness, a lot of size on him. So pretty good for him. So Jags pick is in again. Let's see who they get with their second back-to-back here. Let's see. Yeah, we got Isaac back again. Sanders still there at 90 for the Rams. Yep, that's true. They're coming up on the clock. Jags won't take him, so I think this could be the spot. I think this is the spot for Sanders. I think the Rams have played it well. I think Sanders will be a good spot here at 90. Yep, we got Kev back here. All the boys coming back just in the last minute or so. Kev, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I hope so, Manjot.
Yeah, there we go. I can hear you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going? Any reactions to any of the recent
Good.
developments in the draft?
Mate, as I was trying to say before, I love what the Texans have done. Jalen Noel and the Packers going with a wide receiver there. It was a bit of a surprise, but when you think about it, Wicks had some drop issues, and Watson's a free agent at the end of the year, and what's his name was dealing with some concussion.
Yeah,
probably not a bad idea to fortify that room a little bit.
Yeah, Dobbs and Wicks, and now that receiver room's crowded. Wyatt Millen, by the way, just went to the Jags, the guard, so they got back-to-back picks there. Caleb Ranshaw, the corner, and Wyatt Millen, the guard. So, yeah, let's see where else. Now, Isaac, our guy, Kev, we've got Isaac. He's saying that Sanders is still there here at number 90. Should the Rams break the slide for Sanders and pick their quarterback to develop behind Stafford?
I don't know. I don't think he's really a fit for the Rams. They could take him. I wouldn't be overly shocked, but I think they would have preferred someone like Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe, who they might feel with the way things are going, they can probably get Milroe next round even and address another position of need. Because there is a good tight end still on the board. Like Gunnar Helm from Texas didn't really have a lot of production, but he was very solid in the production that he did have. And it is a need for the Rams as well. So
Yeah, let's see where they go. See where they go. Cause, hmm.
like I had
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
an
tight ends
interest.
going early in my mock this morning because I
Hmm.
thought the Jags might take one, the Bills might take one. A couple of teams that did take one that I had taking one, just different tight ends. But yeah,
Yeah. Been pretty good with these mocks, Kev, actually. Yeah, so of course Rams took a tight end as well in the second. Talk about tight ends. Yes, Isaac, the Rams did take one in the second. So yeah, it's very, very good. Shout out to everyone been watching at home. Rams pick is in. Let's see what they go with. So, yep, the Rams having taken Terrence Ferguson in the second. See what they do in the third round. They go in an ad break. Oh god, swear all these ad breaks. Come on, man. We can just get through to the end of the draft. I'm sure. Don't need an ad break when someone's pick is in. That yeah, just annoys me. But
picks.
can power through the last 12 or 13 picks. Yeah, now getting on them food ads, Kev. I'm feeling hungry. Haven't eaten all day. Yeah, them GG boys were
I'd
right
love
last.
to see. I'd love
Yeah,
to see the Rams go with Marcus and Bo.
one a receiver here for the Rams, Kev. Yeah, please tell me he's still on. Yeah, he's dropped out again. Yeah, it's all good. Kev, just busy guy. Yeah, he's coming back. Kev, we can hear you. Kev, we got you.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Yeah, there we go. He's coming back. He's coming back.
I don't know what's going on with my phone coverage
Yeah,
today.
freaking. Yeah, phone reception,
I'd
man.
love to see the Rams go with Marcus and Bo out of Purdue.
Hmm. Yeah, get some receivers in there. See what they do here. Yeah, so Kev just dropped out again. Hopefully we can get him back. Yeah, having a bit of a fight with his Wi-Fi at the moment. Shout out Kev though for joining us. Been enjoying having this company over the weekend. Enjoying having the rest of you as well. Yeah, so got about 18 minutes. We're just going to stream to the end as well. We will have the second stream up if we need to for the end of the third round. Hopefully we don't need to get there. But yeah, it's just creeping up there. We're about 12 picks to go, so hopefully we can get that done. So 13.6 million people watched the NFL draft last night in the US. Just seeing that come across the Twitter feed as well. Shout out to NFL Media. This was across ESPN, NFL Network, ABC, ESPN Deportes, and digital channels up 11% versus 2024. So second most watched draft ever, which is or second most watched day one ever. Shout out to everyone. We probably stole a few viewers, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe like a couple here and there. But shout out to everyone. Rams pick is in. And it's Josiah Stewart, the edge from Michigan. So I wonder how Isaac's going to look at that one. But Josiah Stewart, the edge from Michigan, has been taken at pick number 90. And I don't mind that, to be fair. I think they need a bit of depth there at edge. They do have some great defensive linemen. Doesn't hurt to have a bit more depth. And I think, yeah, a bit more depth there will be good for the Rams. Yeah. So they're liking it here. Talk about Michigan players. Got Terrence Ferguson as well. So a couple Michigan guys there for the Rams so far. See what Isaac has to think about as well. He'll probably tell us in a couple of minutes through the chat. But yeah, definitely. Stewart, big one there. Yeah, it can always strengthen the defense. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yep, can always strengthen the defense. So, as Isaac said, that's what I'm saying, man. Definitely, definitely strengthen that defense. Yeah, so there we go. Josiah Stewart. Let's see. Ravens and Seahawks coming up here. So Ravens pick is in. Ravens pick Emory Jones Jr., the guard from LSU. So Ravens building up front now here as well on the offensive side after spending a couple picks on the defensive side. It's a pretty good draft so far from the Ravens. I'm liking this quite a lot. Emory Jones, I think, guard there from LSU, pretty good. I think they should be able to get some good value there. See if there's any live reactions here from Bucky Brooks. Anyone? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, Emory Jones right there. Seahawks pick, Saints pick coming up after that. So shout out to everyone on the stream. It's been great streams. So 132 days into NFL season. Yeah, it's a long while. 132 days. Yeah, been missing it. Been missing it. Glad to have a whole bunch of people here. So let's see what they do here. Seahawks pick is in. Saints on the clock. Yeah, let's see here. So pick is in for Seahawks. Saints coming up. And then the Browns, Patriots, Eagles, almost there. So you go. Jalen Milroe to the Seahawks. Yo. Not even Shador, it's Jalen Milroe. Holy crap. Milroe, wow. I just got to see some reactions. Holy crap. Wow, Milroe to... Wow, Sanders keeps falling. Milroe. Oh my goodness. Wow, Milroe just getting some reactions here. Yeah, just messaging Kev here. Yeah, Kev's a bit shocked here. We'll get his reactions on stream very soon. But wow, I think Sanders has fallen to fourth, guys. I don't think we're getting him today. I'll wake up tomorrow and find out where he goes. But holy crap, Milroe. Wow, Jalen Milroe to the Seahawks. Last time they took a third rounder of note, of course, Russell Wilson, 2012. Last did take him. So Sanders has fallen out. Wow. Who would have thought? Potential ninth overall pick to Saints. Not even going to be in the first 3 rounds, it looks like. I'm looking at the teams here. Browns are probably the only chance. Browns are probably the only chance here. Or Raiders maybe back to back. Otherwise, he's out. He's out the second day. Holy crap. Jalen Milroe. Yeah. Wow. He's got a lot of athleticism though, so if they can develop Milrow right, I think he could be a lot like Jalen Hurts. To be honest, I've been looking at the comparison. Um, I watched both in college. I watched both quite a bit in college. Pick is in for the Saints. Yeah, watch a bit of both in college. I think Milrow had more turnovers than Hurts. Both are very raw coming out of college though. So if you see Hurts, of course, won the Super Bowl. So he's got a lot of legs behind him. Very speedy. Just watching some rushing highlights here of Jalen Milrow. So I think if that's there, then yeah, we can just see Milrow. Uh, yeah, to Seahawks. I think they can develop him quite well. See if I can get some more reactions to that one. See, just gonna search up Twitter now for Jalen Milrow. See if there's some Shador Sanders memes for y'all. Holy crap! Jalen Milrow, Sam Darnold, quarterback one. Jalen Milrow, quarterback two. Very interesting. Yeah, wow. Should Deion Sanders hear Jalen Milrow's name before Shador's? Oh my goodness, this is over. It's so over for the Sanders family. That downfall is crazy. Shador Sanders' downfall is crazy. I can't even lie. This is the craziest downfall I've seen in the draft. Seen some crazy downfalls. Saw Rodgers, of course, in '05. Saw some crazy downfalls, but nothing like this, I reckon. With the social media hype he's had, Shador Sanders not being picked in the first 2 days, first 3 rounds, will be the most insane downfall I've seen. So many people have been hating on this kid. It's very interesting. I'm not a hater. I'm a fan of his, but all the stuff I heard, I'm not really surprised that he fell this far. It's insane though. 4 quarterbacks at least taken before Sanders. It's insane. Jonas Sanko, safety, he goes to the Saints from Virginia. So very good pick there from New Orleans. I would have to say. Let's see what the rest has to say about that. Yep, giving us 75 grade. So they had him 83 overall on ESPN. So decent one here. Wow, Jalen Milrow though. It's crazy. Let me see what the grade is. Let's see what any grades are for Jalen Milrow. Shador Sanders. It's here at the Browns or yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Raiders back to back. That's the only other place I can see. Almost at the end of the day. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens here. End of the draft coming up. Yeah, Sanders. It's a big fall. Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, I'm hearing reports. Wow. I don't know. I don't think Sanders is gonna be in the NFL. It's looking like that's what people saying. George Kittle has returned to building for off-season conditioning today, which is good for the Niners. Very happy. Yeah, I'm just hearing from Kev. Browns pick, just a little ahead of me here, Kev. Wow, Dylan Gabriel to the Browns. Even, bro, there's no way. Surely Kev's trolling. We have to see what the announcement is, but holy crap. And even Dylan Gabriel going ahead, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, we just talking. This is Shador Sanders reaction stream now. This is gonna be Shador Sanders reactions. How long we got? About 6 minutes, so probably gonna have to start a new stream very soon, guys. To probably start a new stream in another couple minutes. Maybe I'll take a chance very soon. So Yeah, we're just gonna stop this one. Now just gonna get back in just a minute. So guys, just keep notified. Just click on the new link.